Do you have the time to listen to me while about nothing and everything all around? You okay? Huh. So wait.
Hold on.
Okay.
We're back.
Are we back?
We're back. Hold on. Let me just fix this. Not soundboard. Hold on. Everyone who's slowly coming back in, okay? Give me 1 sec. We're gonna have to do what we did last time. We had this problem. Apparently my OBS just absolutely bricked itself on me. I can see 0 coffee in my other old chat, but... Okay, I need to pull up the new one. Hold on, everyone. I need to pull up the new chat. I need to go do all the gay stuff. Give me 1 second. Welcome back, welcome back. I can hear myself. Let me mute myself on that.
Can we all get a chain of just a professional streamer, by the ways, in the chat? I think that's
buddy.
great.
I think that really...
It's really lighten the mood.
Yeah. Give me 1 sec, guys. Pick up the new chat. Yeah, I know. I hate it when this happens. It's really obnoxious. I just need to reset up everything. Where's my sticky notes gone? Can this reopen, please? Oh my god, I forget how many sticky notes I have. God damn. Guys, for the sake of me getting a computer that decides not to brick itself, please can we reach the new goal that I'm now gonna set? That would really brighten my fucking mood after this, because I'm sick, I'm miserable, my stream decided to shit itself, I'm kind of homeless, and I just activated sticky keys. Are you fucking kidding me? Shut the fuck up.
The streams always crash.
I hate you so much. I feel like I wonder. I feel like it's even doing it because I accidentally selected the start soon thing. Try speaking.
What's up, everybody?
Oh my god. It disabled. Never mind. It disabled because guys, I've had to open stream in safe mode. Because I tried opening it again, right? And it just immediately crashed again. Even after I hard reset it. Okay. So I can't have my funky waveform on my starting soon. The curse of sticky keys, yeah. Basically. Like, it's fucking big. Get down.
What are you talking about? I'm winning.
Your character was too big because I had to reset my Fujis.
Dude, I'm seeing some great fans here. You know, CC. Yeah, I see that you saw JaggerTheJag. Yeah, what's up, buddy? What's up, J7? Dude, what is up, Nabi, my soldier? This is my chat, guys. This is what I'm doing. Yep, you guys, you're my audience now. Okay, you're fucking, yeah. You know what? I'm
gonna do a Brony Fando if you're not careful. Fuck me. Oh my god.
You know what? Hold on. Let's both go live. See what happens. Okay.
I'm gonna touch you. Anyway, guys, like the stream, okay? Subscribe if you haven't already. Help me. Help me. Help me. This is a cry for help, okay? I need help. I need to... Where the fuck is my stream? Fucking Christ. Everything's on fire. Everything's on fire. I am... Gotta put a thing in my Discord. Okay, come on. I forgot I gotta say we're back.
We're so back, everybody.
I swear to God.
Autobots, roll out.
There we go. Okay. Okay. What's the topic? What's the topic? So, guys, the topic today is okay. I'm not doing that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Then in the message that you sent me in my chat, you're saying, "Oh no, that was a fabrication by the doc creator."
I'm saying no, that's not what I'm saying at all. The word rape, I didn't know she mentioned in the video because she told me in real life I didn't call you a rapist. I said an essay, and what I mentioned in the screenshot they're showing.
Dude, Ace. By the way, have you seen this stream?
Look, it's actually worse.
Yeah.
I've not seen all of it. I just hear Falky just like being like, "Dude, I own this guy, bro. I fucking own this guy."
You'll love this, right? This Jag guy, right? He said, "I'd love to see the rape."
Yeah, dude, we would love as a community. We should come together.
No, 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 no. That's not how this is supposed to go.
On the screen. I said I met up with the
Oh,
essay victims so that they knew exactly who I was meeting up with.
Mm-hmm.
Then I said they admitted that I never raped them.
Okay.
I'm saying at the end of it that it didn't happen. I'm not saying that it did.
But she's
I know
not.
the
But
instance
she's
they're
not.
talking about.
She's not. So what is the instance that she's talking about?
In the stairwell at prom.
Not the times where the condom and things like that, where she's specifically saying forcing, right? Also to be like clear, sexual assault can be rape. Sexual assault is like as part of the criminal actions, things like that. I'm just highlighting that for you for a second. Like
You'll be in a second, Ivy.
It's like a semantics. It's a semantics argument. So you are denying any SA claims of any kind. Is that what you're telling me today?
Yeah, everything that we did was consensual.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in her mind she was like, "I'm not really enjoying this." I don't know. I can't read minds. So she told me yes.
Or
this is
was
good.
it?
She's moaning. We were having a good time.
Don't say that.
Again,
Oh
like, there's a
my
big
gosh.
difference with this whole thing, right? He keeps on going like, she said yes, she said yes. Coercion still exists. He's never once stated that, like, there was no level of coercion with it. I mean, again, like, this, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff this guy says that's entirely really fucking dodgy. Okay? Again, the whole point that, like, is being pressed here, just so you understand, Ace, is, like, it's a case of him basically, he made a Twitter post, for example, saying like he originally was claiming like, "Oh, I didn't hear her claim it was rape." Okay, we met up in person, and then we're like, they retracted the rape claim or the essay claim, right? Meanwhile, he made a Twitter post like, "Guys, I met up with this person, blah blah blah," and posted that post they made on Instagram where they never retract the essay claim. Basically, it's whether or not they were discussing when they met up after the fact about, and he apologized. Was he apologizing for being a shitty boyfriend, or was he apologizing for the essay? And there's more evidence leaning that it was in terms of him being apologizing for the essay, which would be an admittance of guilt if that is the case. But that is where we've gone so far, just so you understand. Haha.
Like,
Okay.
it's not like she was like crying and I was making her do it or anything like that.
Jesus Christ.
She'd said yes. She made it very apparent that it was an enjoyable time, and that was that. I don't really have any more to say on it. I don't really know. Everything we'd done was consensual, and I never made her do it if she didn't want to do it.
And so when you guys met up, what was the conversation? What were the apologies? What was kind of the conversation?
No,
what was
she never said
expressing?
she was a couple. I'm saying maybe she said that in her mind.
Okay,
She
said that in her mind.
I'm asking you questions.
Okay.
I could do this all day with no chat. Again, just asking you again. When you met up, you said you spoke for hours. What was the discussion that you spoke with Kiki for hours for?
Well, we met up. Well, we were with each other for hours because we were fixing my fursuit. At the beginning, we agreed we're not talking to each other unless it's about the fursuit. But as soon as we got there, we started talking immediately. We started talking about.
Oh, by the way, Ace, I don't know how this sounds like to you, but apparently, Kiki's therapist suggested that they get closure with, Jagger by talking to them. I think that's insane, if that's true. I think that's insanely, dangerous as well. Like, again, if this person is truly, if, the way that Kiki would have explained it to the therapist, right? This guy's, an essay, or guy committed essay, right? Why the hell would you want to, get into contact with a person? That could fall into, a whole thing of, forgiving them and then behaviors repeating. Extremely dangerous if that is the case. The therapist needs to be fired. Yeah. That's what I think, personally. I'm not an expert, okay? But again, to me, that sounds exceedingly dangerous for Kiki. But yeah.
Life, what we've been up to. we talked about her brother because her brother had passed. So we talked about that for a little while, and
Jesus.
then we just kind of started talking about like she asked me why did you do those things in the past, and I told her what I told you and what I said on that video, and I asked her about some of her claims, and we just talked about it, and then we were just talking about general stuff the rest of the time.
Muted or F? Am I muted? I swear to God,
I
am
hope
I
not.
am I bricked again? Not bricked. Wrong wording. Is my stream bricked again? I'm gonna cry. Fauci,
I'm
if
looking.
are you rage baiting me? I swear to God, my stream already broke last time.
No, you're not muted. Fauci's rage baiting.
Fauci, I'm gonna do things. Okay, I don't know what, but the blood will be on your hands anyway.
And
Yikes.
in the context of that conversation with Kiki,
It's a pile of
did she
reference.
ever specify certain things that she alleged of you? Did you have a discussion about that and what you're apologizing for, what you're not apologizing for?
Not really. She'd only mentioned the stairwell thing, which I was like, you told me yes.
And what was her answer to the stairwell thing?
And I guess she said that she wasn't having a fun night or something, and I was like, okay, but like it was said yes, like she visibly was okay with it. So and she yes, verbally as well. So I mean, she could have just told me no, and I wouldn't have done anything, or told me to back off. None of that happened. We just had sex. That's
so. Okay, so you
For
had
how
sex,
long?
things like that. Now, so my question to you is,
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Well,
because it sounds
how
like you guys
old was he and how old was she in this stairway scenario?
In the stairway. Let me grab the doc. It's the first doc, right?
Probably.
Oh, that's part 2. Shit. Where is the second doc?
We are child.
Where's the statement? Where's my mouse gone? There it is.
It's bricked.
It's not. Fuck.
Wait, I think you're muted, Yan.
I'm gonna. I swear to God.
Kidding. Oh.
Where is it? Where is it? Kiki statement. So they state how he maybe start birth control at 15. He forced me to have sex. There's no actual 15 to 16. Yeah, 15 to 16.
Sorry. So she was 15, he was 16?
Yeah, he was. That was the relationship or how it started. I don't know, I don't think it was ever a clarifying thing of when the prom was, or how long they had been, if that makes sense. But that was the thing.
So yeah, this is definitely an interaction between two experimental teenagers. Would I call this guy a turbo rapist for it?
The issue is, right, there's a lot of things where he's claiming stuff I didn't know what birth control was. Meanwhile, he had admitted to having extremely sexual behavior online. Even if it was a negative context where he was being victimized, he still had knowledge of very sexual things. And obviously,
I don't
from
know
my
if that's
understanding, in America, you guys learned sex ed extremely young.
Sure, but
This guy refused to wear a condom, by the way. Apparently, according to the victim.
So a couple things there. I don't think that being super sexual would necessarily mean that you have the knowledge of the precautions of how to do safe sex or mitigate pregnancies. Just because you know how to have sex doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna know how to counter it necessarily.
Well, I mean, this
and
guy,
even with the
he knows what a condom is.
Well, yeah, because so health classes here, yeah, they're gonna teach you they grab a woody or whatever and they put a condom on it, right?
Right.
Whatever. It's a possibility he could have learned that in there, but I don't know. I wouldn't throw it out the window for him to not have a great understanding of what birth control is at 16. He probably should know what it is, but there are teenagers that are just either just really fucking retarded or just don't get that bit of information. It's possible. I'm not going to throw it out the window because it's not necessarily a contradiction that he doesn't know what birth control is, but he's super sexual. Him denying to use a condom, that just sounds like a reckless teenager. Because I mean, when there's two experimental teenagers, you're just asking for a mess to happen.
Right.
And realistically, right, if he's not going to use the condom, at any point, if he wasn't going to use it, that should have also been known, stated that that's not how you wanted to do it. I would personally say. But it seems like this was just like a dumb thing that two teenagers did, and there was like regret after. Is like what I'm kind of getting from it, to be honest.
Okay. Okay. Again, there is a whole thing that's being pressured here. I'm gonna see how this. I can't remember exactly how this goes down, but the whole thing of like, did he admit to the essay? Because it seems like a rewriting of history. Is what we've kind of gathered so far, or he's starting to see the seeds of that kind of happening when he's been talking about this during this stream.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if there's an admittance there, that's pretty significant, or at least an attempt at downplaying what actually occurred.
Well, yeah, no, I think that would definitely be
would,
interesting.
show a sign of knowing what he did was wrong in that case.
For sure.
Thank you, Bomberman Frey. I can't see the rest of the username. For the $2. Hey Yen, have you heard the news? Bonk's quitting. Thank God.
Mogged? Running?
Is that
Sweeping?
Bonk? Is that Brony Fando Bonk?
Yes, I think so. Oh yeah, I know why. I'm not going to talk about it here though.
Yeah? Yeah, buddy?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry
Yeah?
about it. Don't worry about it.
Interesting. You're a little quiet. Am I too quiet? Thank you again, Bomberman Free, for the $2. I'll give him a mouth. What does that mean?
Good one. Good one. Let's keep
Anyway,
going. Let's keep going.
Don't really agree on that.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm. And so my question to you is that so you guys don't bring it like because like she's bringing things up that you did in the past and explain why she felt that way. But I guess my confusion is that how is she reacting to that? How is she explaining things to you? Because
Well, she'd explain.
Mhm.
Sorry,
Sorry.
yes.
Because it seems like she has some conflict of between you and her in explaining those things.
Yeah, so I mean, she realizes that I was 16. I didn't know what I was doing, and again, like we consented to everything. She consented to everything we'd done. She said yes, and she was saying that her version of the sexual assault was she wasn't having a fun time at prom, and so we went to the stairwell, and we did stuff, I guess, to like cheer her up or something. But
To cheer
her
her
and I
up?
just wasn't great.
Okay,
But she
that's
didn't, like, I didn't
touch.
force that on her. I didn't make her do that. It was just something we wanted to do to spice up the night, I suppose.
Stairwell at prom.
And I guess her version of it is because she was like upset about the night, and I don't agree with her that it was necessarily SA. Maybe I shouldn't have done that in the moment. You know, if she was upset, I should have comforted her.
Necessarily, I say. Interesting.
But again, I was a stupid 16-year-old. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and yeah, that's. I mean, I've apologized to her a bunch for that, and she's giving me the chance to see that I'm different.
Apologized a bunch for that. Interesting.
Isn't she 15? She was 15. I was 16.
Yeah,
I know.
You two were 15 and 16.
Yes.
So,
but this guy has been very particular with his wording throughout this stream. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
this guy really likes how specifically he's wording his statements.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I'm kind of curious if there's any like level of pushiness because I know he's like emphasizing that there was consent.
Right.
I don't know. Like I know like saying that she wasn't feeling too great or whatever. I mean, it's possible that there could have been consent. He probably was just like there's a possibility he could have just been like, "Yo, you want to fuck?"
I mean, okay, the statement here, right, by the way, is by the victim is, quote, "He fingered me in a stairwell at my first prom after I told him I wasn't feeling good and I didn't want to do it, especially in public."
That's so obviously there's some contradictions to their testimonies, which is naturally
Right.
going to happen. Did she ever specify if she verbally did not want to do it, or is she just trying to say that like she was giving obvious body language that she didn't want to do it?
Let's see. Is there anything else with that?
Because I've heard both of those.
Who's she?
I've heard usually with stuff like that. I've heard both
a lot of it
versions.
is in general statements of like Jagger was really a pushy person and would always get what he wanted. He was my very first boyfriend. The person took my virginity. I was very scared and didn't know what to do with doing, but Jagger ensured me everything would be okay, and he would do whatever he wanted to me.
Okay,
I'm
so
assuming that's a typo.
Yeah, I'm not too fond of that already because it's like again, they're both stupid teenagers. All right, I have no doubt in my mind that this 16-year-old probably wanted to fuck.
Mm,
Was like, yo, you want to tap? Yo, you want to tap? Yo, you want to tap? He probably was being pushy about it.
mm.
But like, I don't know. Would I call him a rapist for being a stupid hormonal teenager? It seems like if he did get the yes, I don't know if it'd be rape. I don't think it would
I
be
mean, it
pushy and
goes
scummy.
on. It says every time I would say no to sex or ERP, he would beg and beg and beg until I would finally say yes, which meant I quote unquote consented to his games. I know
Yeah.
what you mean.
Okay. So
There's a
scummy.
there is more of a claim for coercion than there would be for the essay thing. But
Yeah.
again, with the whole essay thing, right? There is a whole thing being stated about how he is trying to rewrite what he apologized to them in public for, or sorry, when they both met in person, and what he actually apologized for. Because he's trying to recontextualize it as him apologizing for being a shitty boyfriend, and but in the fact, like I said, in his public Twitter, the statement that he posted that the ex wrote, it never retracted the essay claim. It still states that I met with a person who had SA'd me, and we talked about it, and I forgave. We made amends, if that makes sense. He apologized for like what he had done to me, and he even said like in his Twitter post, like I apologized to everything I did to them. So there was never a case of like I didn't essay them, if that makes sense at that time. It definitely
Yeah,
feels
because
like a bit of a
I don't think that would
contradiction
be.
there.
Yeah, I don't think that would be SA. I think that would be pity sex, and you could probably make a claim of coercion. But like the whole point of SA and rape claims, that is like what makes them so important, is because he would do something without the consent,
Mm.
or he's doing something that's crossing a boundary knowing that they don't want it. And it's like if the person does say yes, then you have kind of lowered the walls of that boundary, which is why you should never say yes to pity sex. Now, to be fair to this girl, she is 15, and I don't put any blame on either one of them. They're both dumb teenagers. There's no way I expect either of these two to have enough life experience or experience in this to ever have all the right answers of what to do. And I can understand why she feels, I think, regretting about it, because she probably regrets, caving in and saying yes. I mean, I think anyone would in that position. It's just obviously when you go like talk about this on the internet and give labels, I don't think that would suffice. But this is definitely a case where he was very pushy and scummy, and I think that that's a fair thing to comment on. But I think a good life lesson for her should definitely be never to agree to pity sex. It's never good. It's never good. And I think for this guy, he should never be pushing someone to that environment.
I think I'm gonna lightly disagree with you there in terms of like calling it pity sex, because I think that's quite. I think this guy had a lot of like, it definitely seems like from the statement it was more so a lot of like pressuring.
Well, yeah, when
Again,
I
this
say
is
pity
I
sex,
know, I know. It's
I
just
mean like,
to me when it's said like that, I don't know. It feels very.
well, it
I
means
don't
she's
like it.
caving in. That's what that means.
Yeah.
Like she's only doing it just to get it over with. That's what I mean by pity sex.
Hmm.
She's not doing it enthusiastically. She's not doing it because she wants to or anything like that. She's only doing it just so he could stop asking. That would be doing it out of pity.
Yeah. So coercion. Can we agree on that?
Yes. Yeah, I said you could call it
Okay.
coercion. I
Sorry,
think that's fair.
sorry. I'm a bit sick. I'm tired. Okay. You probably said it before.
Already did. You fucking.
Okay. Sorry. Sorry. God. Yeah, I'm just reading back through this document just to see if I've missed anything on this point. Yeah, he's still coerced her. But yeah. I mean, in the stream, Kiki says he said no. She said no, and Jagger said she said yes. Okay. Okay, I guess we'll see this later. Again, I don't remember too many details from the stream. I was mainly just sending Fauci screenshots from the document. And going back and forth to see if Himpleton had anything new. But yeah.
My question to you is, can you remember that part of the night? So she said she wasn't having a good time. What do you remember about that night? About prom?
Well, the party just wasn't what we thought it was gonna be. It was just kind of lame. And the dinner place we wanted to go to wasn't open, so we went to like Olive Garden or something.
Mhm. Mhm.
And we were just tired, and it was just a mood.
Olive Garden
Not
shout
anything
out.
like specific. It's just like, we thought it was gonna be better than that. And so I was like, "You wanna go in the stairwell and do stuff?" And she was like, "I guess, yeah." And so we did stuff, and that was
Okay,
the
wait, wait,
night.
wait, wait. So
Mm.
is the disappointment of the night like okay? Now I'm kind of confused now. I thought like the disappointment was more or less like, things were just not going great in life, not just because it was
Shitty
not what you
prom.
expected. Yeah, so now that makes me feel a little bit weird about it.
Yeah.
Only in
I
the sense
thought,
of
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
on the sense of like, because it makes it seem like my interpretation made it seem like she was like mentally going through stuff and he like, swooped in. But like it just seems like they were disappointed about an event. I don't know. Uh uh
Hmm.
yeah, that's weird. It's just I think it made it less severe than how I saw it before, but still. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, with coercion, it is a fine line. Again, I will say, because a few people are like mentioning it in the chat, there is a fine line between that and assault. Because again, we don't know precisely what occurred when the things were happening, right? But again, people can freeze
Yeah.
up. Okay, they could like someone could you can please, 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 and then they're just like, fine, but it's not a genuine fine, right? But therefore, like the person will then go ahead and take that and be like, oh yes, consent's given, right? They're not fighting back or they're not doing anything, right? It's fucked, right? It's a fucked thing to like, because again, it leads you having to speculate about what actually occurred. It's really disgusting. I don't like particularly doing it. I'll say again. This is why I said earlier before the stream bricked itself. It feels weird to me speculating on this type of thing because you don't know what exactly happened. Okay, and if I don't know, it's a difficult thing to balance. What did Fauci say? Outside of the allegation and made in how consent works, I'm pushing his definition because he subtly tries to say the age play in 2024 was pushed upon him, and it did not to lose the person.
He did it to not
Oh,
lose the person.
oh right, yes, because the whole thing with the 2024 role play is that he got honeypotted by a 19-year-old to see if he was still into it, and they still engage with it anyway.
Yeah.
And he's now claiming, oh, they pushed it onto me, right? Dude, you still engage. You're not pressured to engage. And it wasn't like, the difference between age play and age regression, right? It was hitting the marks for age play because it was sexual in context.
Yeah.
It is not the victim's fault they couldn't resist or fight back. No, of course not. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would ever say it's the
yeah,
15-year-old girl's fault.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think no, not saying that at all. Correctional essay. Jagger clearly isn't taking accountability, which is why I don't want to give this guy the benefit of the doubt as easily. Yeah, again, this guy said like, oh yeah, I addressed certain things on my, I want to talk about this publicly, okay? I want to talk about it publicly. Apparently he had made, I don't know if it was related to this specific Kiki claims, but he had made apparently a TikTok post talking about it, then deleted it, so it's interesting. It's interesting, because it definitely feels like, at least to me, he's come on here feeling like he can reframe some of the information. I don't know. Because he
Yeah, I
could
mean,
have
it's
just not
possible he
come
came
on.
on there for a self-sweep, to be honest. It's possible.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's probably a level of impulsivity to come onto like a live stream to like try to defend your points. There's at least a level of defensiveness. I mean, I don't think from what I've seen, he came on here to be like, yeah, I'm sorry. I did it all.
Dude,
I didn't
he
mean
said
to.
he said some really uncomfortable stuff earlier. But it's like, I'd love Kiki to come on so they can like talk about this and clear this up. It's like, no, because obviously that's so weird. Because it feels like a sense of control, if that makes sense. But yeah,
I don't know.
I know
Sometimes
that
exes
feels
get
really
petty.
weird to me.
Yeah, petty. No, it is weird. I will give you that.
I
That
would
is
never.
weird, but
I
that's
would never. Fauci would never. I don't think Fauci was ever gonna think about doing that either.
I don't think he would have, had the ball
God
to do
no.
that.
God no. I would beat him up. What's this? Yes, his definition of force actually does change when it's him or the forced end. I didn't even realize. Yeah, exactly. It does change. Is there a Yen art reference? I want to make some fan art. Yes, it is. As Hex has just said, it is in the Discord server. I put an announcement. I think it got pinned in the announcements. If it hasn't already, if one of the mods can scroll up and pin it, I can't remember if it did. The Discord servers are linked in the pinned comment on this stream, okay? You can join it. You just need to verify with your socials and your age. It's an 18+ server. But yeah. Anyway.
And the stairwell, was it at the school? Was it at the Olive Garden? I'm so confused by this, where the stairwell comes in.
So this happened at a, what even is it? I think it's like a basketball stadium type of thing, but it's like this weird like VIP room. And it was just some random stairwell like far away from the entrance, and that was where we did it.
Okay, so it happens at the school,
What?
correct?
It was at like a basketball stadium thing. It wasn't at the actual school itself, no.
Okay. So
That's really fucking ballsy to do at the school. I'm not gonna lie.
We'll leave this,
Right.
there are some things that we can agree to disagree on this. I think one of the bigger things is
Like
it
when I
seems
was
like
in high
Kiki-
school, I used to be kissed a lot, you know, in public, and that's just like, you know, what would happen. But like, I could never go as far.
Did everyone then stand
as
up and
that.
clap?
Dude, yeah, literally. No, fuck you. No, but like,
Yeah.
I've definitely am guilty of some PDA when I was a high schooler. But like, dude, I
PDA?
can't.
Interesting.
Yeah, public display of affection.
An
But
A at the end of that, yeah. Interesting.
yeah, of affection. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's crazy though, because I can't imagine. Actually, no, it's
I
fucking
think it's
crazy
kind of,
because I think
yeah,
like
people who do that is really
Uh,
disgusting anyway.
because I like when I was in high school, actually like when I took carpentry or whatever, there was like a room on the top or whatever,
Right.
and 2 kids got suspended for a week because they were up there secretly, you know, doing things that you could imagine what 2
Mm.
experimental teenagers would love to do, and a teacher caught them, and it's like that is
Right.
really fucking
Oh,
ballsy
I'll
to do
tell you.
that.
I'll
Like,
tell you.
I
I
never
can tell you
understood that.
something extremely, but okay. I might as well tell you one, right? Because holy fuck,
Yeah.
the Discord link doesn't work. What? Okay, can one of the mods just link the Discord, please, with a fresh link?
Yeah, I
Thank you.
got you. I got you.
So I will tell you this, okay? God, I don't like that this is what topic this conversation stemmed from, but anyway, unrelated, right? It's fucking hilarious anyway. When I was going through basic training, for the military, we were our intake was during COVID, right? Like right when COVID restrictions were starting to happen. It meant that nobody could leave the base at all if you're in basic training, which sucked, right? So you've got a lot of like, most of the people in that intake were quite, I guess, like in their 20s and stuff like that, or like to teens, I guess, you know, like 18 to 20 or 22, right? All in close confinement, right? They couldn't leave, they couldn't do anything else. Some relationships kind of formed, right? I still am, for now. But anyway, where was I going with this? Relationships formed, right? People wanted to do stuff, right? And if anyone knows anything about how they do like the room setup, you have like the male and the female rooms, right? And it's one big massive hall, I guess, like long hallway, and the only separation in terms of privacy was like lockers, right? There's no doors or anything. It's not like you've got a room to yourself, right? You're all just there, right? So where are you gonna do it, right? They did it in the corporal's office.
See, maybe it's a thrill thing, dude. That's fucking insane.
People would just do it in the corporal's office. I felt bad for the corporal. Like, do you want me to play this on stream, Fauci? I'll keep going. But yeah, no, that's what happened. People would just fuck in the corporal's office.
It's a power move.
Yeah.
Like being a part of like the Mile High Club.
Did I tell you that story already, Mahi? I
No.
probably did a while ago. But anyway. But yeah.
Mahi, we need a full 30 minutes before even considering doing that.
Yeah. Fuck. Okay, I'll play it, Fauci.
Hi. You know, I just want to remind everybody
Waits
in
for
the
you
stream.
impatiently.
Hey, stop
Boo-boo.
fidgeting into the fucking microphone, you stupid fuck!
Can you hear that?
No, I did not.
So I'm gonna forward this to you, just so you know.
That's cooked.
This is awesome. This needs to be a soundboard.
What is it?
It's actually awesome.
Okay.
I can hear it through your fucking mic. It's great.
Hey, hey, Faggy. I'm literally just playing with my infinity cube. So yeah, don't mind me.
Whom? Oh, hi, Mahi.
I came to slide in to confirm that yes, indeed, you told me the story about the corporal's office, and now that kind of reminded me when I told you the story about the people who fucked on the ping pong table in broad daylight in one of the dorms.
What? I don't remember this.
Yeah.
You want me to tell you the ping pong table story?
Mahi, it's not been 30 minutes. You need to. You can't.
Okay, I know my place. I'll shut up.
No. Tell us the ping pong. Fuck! Anyway.
Dude, what the fuck?
I hear if you go to a different country, you can see a different kind of ping pong show. Anyway.
Yeah, fuck off. Let's
Herself
get
doesn't
Falgy
necessarily
fired.
agree to this story. And it's not the there's a little bit of inconsistencies regarding the way the story is presented, as well as
I
what
wish
she
I came prepared
believes.
for sure, but I know I'm stumbling over my stuff.
And if any of you get that joke, I know what you are.
As it says, like, obviously, they fingered me at the stairwell of my first prom after I told them I wasn't feeling good and I didn't want to do it. Now, she says that she said no.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Maybe not a combo to have over rape allegations. I said that I didn't like this is where the topic stemmed from. Ace did this, by the way. My story pivoted off of Ace's. He did it off of the rape accusation, actually. So blame Ace.
I'm just
I don't
gonna
think
share
there's
that.
anything
She
wrong.
said she wanted to do it. She said it was okay.
Okay.
You don't think there's anything wrong with rape?
No, with what I said.
Interesting.
Nice little twist. I'm way better at twisting.
What you're saying is that she did say yes.
Yeah?
Yep.
And what she's saying is that she said no.
It's
and
cute when you try to
apparently
do it.
in your meeting with her,
You gonna play it?
No.
Yeah?
You ruined it.
You gonna play it?
which she's obviously not here, she said she's changed it a little bit again. Okay. So,
yeah, so I mean, she says he wasn't feeling good, like about the night. You know, like, oh, this night sucks, and we did that to like cheer up the mood. I don't know. We were horny teenagers, I guess, and I mean that was it. I definitely, I think she was more like just upset, like, oh, he's just like, he thinks sex is gonna cheer me up, but I don't know.
I see.
What?
Let's see. So coming back to it, I'm very curious about. So you said that you were in a bad environment. You were in a bad environment, and that's why you started getting into like this like incest ERP. You started getting to even like the age regression ERP, like very like pedophilic, and even in your words, in part of the ERP. Can you explain how that began?
Yeah. So I play a lot of VR chat. Obviously, I still do. But back when I was like 13, 14, 15, I was very. I wanted attention really bad. This is pretty much what it was. And I was around this group of adults who ended up grooming me and making me send pictures and role plays, and they would send me like Cub stuff. And that happened for like a year or two. Like this was something that was a normal for me. I thought, whoa, these adults are giving me attention. Wow. And that's all I thought about it at the time until, it seeped into a normality for me for a little while, unfortunately. And, it wasn't until I matured more and got told by some of my friends, because thankfully my friends had come to me first, because when I did those role plays with that person, they sent it to people, and those people came to me like, you need help. And I was like, yeah, I really do. So again, like I'd mentioned earlier,
Keep in mind, he's focusing on the role play, not mentioning the fact that the person he was doing it with when he was 17 was 14 years old.
That's fucking gross, but yeah.
They even had a call where they state how it normalized them to pedophilic topics and material. When they
I actually do
confronted
think I
Jagger.
saw that.
Yeah, you saw that on the Hambleton stream, and then technical issues happened.
True.
What have you sent me, Mahi? Oh god, okay, I'm gonna have to listen to this then. So, minute long. My official statement on the Actually, I'm not gonna do that yet. I'll do that later in the stream. Thank you, Mahi.
Told my mom about
If you guys
it.
reach the donut goal, you'll see what it's in there.
And I forgot to mention that I was groomed by a 19-year-old IRL when I was 15. I do musical theater. I've been doing it since I was 4.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious that you're a musical theater guy.
Yeah. And
What
I've been
kind
doing it
of-
since I was 4, and he gave me this weird attention.
What kind of transition
ended
is
up being like,
that?
let's
Wait,
I was groomed when I was 15, but also I do musical theater.
I know, but I felt like such a unrelated statement.
The abused abuse the abused.
Yeah. Ace,
the fuck?
no, Cloudy, don't encourage him.
Be boyfriends, and I would go to his
What is
house,
this?
and he would do stuff to me. Not that I was like get off me or anything, but he shouldn't have done it with me at my age. And so this is just something I was around for a while.
Anything for you.
Sorry, an Amber Alert went off when you said that. Sorry.
And again, me explaining this isn't me like saying that makes
You know
it
what that
okay.
is?
I'm just
Interesting.
explaining how somebody could get
No, I just hear about them whenever you join calls.
into this mindset and where this kind of mindset could begin, and how to get help.
And when did you realize that that was a really bad like a mindset to be at?
When my friends came to me and just explained like this could come back at you. This is just if this is real, this would be not okay. And that's what got me worried. Like, what if this keeps building? If I don't get help and I do something I shouldn't do, and that's why I went and got help, because I didn't want that thought to grow.
Wait, are you saying that they knew about your grooming story, or specifically the messages were leaked?
Messages. I had shown them my role plays. I showed them the pictures that I was sent, like the art, and they were like, Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
Oh,
but
dude, they leaked everything.
Wait, so okay, again, that didn't really. I'm hoping he clarifies this, but like, is he let me play that again.
Messages. I had shown them my role plays. I showed them the pictures that I was sent, like the.
That was sent. But you've answered the wrong question. He asked you what was your. Did you tell them about the grooming story, or specifically the messages that were leaked? Oh, fuck me. Okay.
Messages. I had shown them my role plays. I showed them the pictures that I was sent.
So
like
both? I don't know, man. This
the
is
art,
awful.
and they were like, Jesus Christ,
Yeah, but because I understand that like victims can victimize people as well. That is a potentiality. That's a possibility within your dynamic that can happen. I guess one of the bigger things is that these are pretty egregious.
I want to know what Fauci's eating during all this. He's like talking. He's just like, so you got essay claims.
Screenshots.
Dude, this motherfucker will make fun of me for my Infinity Cube and just be like eating a fucking sub while being like, "So you're a pedophile."
I think this is evil because this guy's Fuji is consistently looking scared as he's looking towards the Italian, shouting at him. Awful.
Yeah,
and
I agree. Yeah,
they're still part of the sexual role play that you're enacting. Be it the incest stuff, even though you say it's with friends, that a lot of people have questions about.
The Italian's eating pizza. Interesting.
oh my god.
Of course he is.
Basic.
It writes itself.
I assume that the grooming that you experienced was brought up within your therapy.
Fucking Christ killer.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm assuming like this grooming experience that you had was brought up in therapy. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it takes a big person to do that. And then I can commend you on that. And I'm sorry that happened to you. But then you can see how, for instance, this then becomes an issue because you are in essence victimizing other people. But your defense was I was 17. So do you understand that?
Yeah, I'm not saying that that's my defense now. That was me, trying to be like, oh, it's still okay, just being a dumbass, and it wasn't okay. Like, I want to reiterate this, and I probably will keep reiterating this. Like, I'm not defending anything I did, and I had this shitty mindset back in the day that like, oh, it's okay, I'm not an adult. Of course, it's not okay, and I don't know why, I thought that was okay, and
wait, so did he just concede to grooming minors?
Yeah, because
yeah. I mean,
Good one.
He's removing the context here, the fact that he was doing it with 14-year-old in one instance, right?
Right.
I mean, hell, this was in the document, right? Even in the TikTok comment section where like he was talking about, he was saying like, so you're saying if a 14-year-old minor, let's just say you would, I don't know what that's cut off to, you would flirt with them? How would that be an issue? I'm still a minor. There's no laws against it. 14 is the high school age, so is 17. Bro, the age gap, dude. You're 17. You're fucking 17. See this as wrong? Because I'm still a minor. Just because you're not a big fan of it. Okay. Doesn't mean it's a crime. Listen to me, watch this video. The video that I think's apparently been deleted. Interesting.
there's you defending yourself on your TikTok.
Back in the day,
by
yeah,
way.
I was defending myself. Back in the day, yes.
Yeah. And I'm just highlighting this, that you were defending yourself at the age of 17 on your public creator TikTok. So I think that comes into one of the other things too, is you and I have a very difference of opinion when it comes to NSFW content creation and your forward-facing platform.
Yeah, I think we do.
So let's talk about that. Why do you think it's appropriate to have an 18 plus account that's not locked or behind a paywall when you know that there's there are most likely minors in your audience?
I mean, sure. I mean, that's what Twitter's about. You could say that about anybody that's on Pornhub or X videos.
Yeah, but that's a porn site. Also, those have been like age restricted now in certain countries. What do you want about, bro? It's a public Twitter account. I don't think it was a private one. Or was it? Because there's a whole thing of like him inviting that minor onto his.
Yeah, I think it was an NSFW account, but
yeah,
he
like,
was 17 when he had an 18 plus account.
Yeah, he was just like, "Oh, look at my butt."
Yeah, that's right. Because he made like a point of like, it would be illegal.
Yeah,
if
like,
someone
bro.
else sent this.
Yeah, it's like, no, it's still illegal. It's still CP. Why did I do a Kane voice for that? Anyway.
Bubbles, stop posting child. Nope.
It's an 18 plus site I have on my bio.
The fishy was ready. Like, I could smell him, like, approaching, swimming down the river, bro. He wants you.
Minors do not interact.
Yeah.
I never told people on TikTok, go here. I don't have the same @. I have the name Jagger because that's my name. And
This
people
is
are going
such
to
a
know who I
touch
am by my
point.
fursuit. I don't mind that people know who I am, but in no way am I guiding minors to go there. I get how they could find it, but you know, I'm not their parent. I have multiple warnings on there. I'm telling them to go away. If somebody follows me with like, 15 or whatever they have in their bio, I block them instantly.
But I
I'm
guess
an
the
adult.
proof,
I like doing adult content,
Mhm.
and my @ is completely different. My display name is Jagger. Sure.
your ad is
My @ is completely different. The display name is Jagger, by the way. It's not different. It's just the same name. I don't care if the username's different. It's still Jagger. There's still a link.
That'd be
there.
like if Yen changed their name from like Yen the Yen to Yen. Be like, I changed.
Yeah. I think it would be funny if I made like a different. I thought about it, like if I had to have like a second channel, just call it Yan the Yan.
Yikes.
Hi, I'm Evil Pomni. I'm Evil Ragatha.
your ad is not completely different. It's
I'm
at Jagger JT,
Well,
not
oh.
Jagger TJ.
I didn't say
now,
that.
my Twitter @ is not that now.
your NSFW Twitter ad. You sure about that? If I look at it right now,
It's jagging it.
jagging it. Okay.
It's jagging it so good. Oh.
I knew you'd say that.
Don't look at my server announcements.
Don't look at your server announcements. I'm gonna go look at your server announcements. Why?
Don't.
What the fuck did you do? What did you do? Ugh.
Yeah, don't
Live
look at
with
my
good
server
buddy
announcements.
Yan. Let's start jagging the jag. Guys, don't join the A Space server. Join the fireplace, okay? So much better, okay?
Wow.
Actually, to be fair,
Betrayal.
Ace's server is great because everyone in there bullies him.
No.
Yeah.
They all love
Jagging
me.
it. IT. Excuse me.
Guys, guys, join the A Space server today and bully Ace. Yan the Yenist.
Inciting harassment. Interesting.
Okay.
Inciting violence. That's you right now. You're inciting violence.
I am. I'm saying it so good.
We are a space.
Again, your fursuit is prominently featured on your Twitter, on your TikTok. It's the second pinned thing on your TikTok. So I guess the question is, what are the protections that you're taking place outside of,
Excellent was right. True.
the minor falls on it, I'm not their parent.
Well, I mean, what am I supposed to do? I have minors do not interact. I have the name different. I'm not trying to be anonymous about who I am on there, but I'm not guiding people from TikTok to go to. People find it,
Okay.
but it's for adults. It's because I like doing adult content. Again, you could say the same thing about X video creators. It's not paid. You can go watch it.
Yes, but their accounts are, people know who they are. You're not known as a porn creator. You're known as a TikToking singing goober.
Sure.
Jagger is still easy to find as a name. It's not a very common name. Like I like Mick Jagger is the only one I could think about, right?
Oh my god, not Mick Jagger.
What would be so my question to you?
I
That's
got
not
the
to say you
moves like
continue to
Jagger.
keep like referring yourself as like a Bonnie Blue. People know who Bonnie
Okay.
Blue is, right?
Oh, don't
Children are
why?
not looking at Bonnie Blue's content when it's safe for work, when she has clothes on and she's not getting gangbanged by 16 different guys, right?
Yeah, but my name's also not JaggerTJ on Twitter. It's Jagging It. It is completely different. It's a play on my name, obviously. It's
a play on your name. It features prominently your Leon fursuit.
By the way, guys, this is the guy who's like, oh yeah, I like doing adult content, okay? But like, again, to reinforce Fauji's point, this is your porn guy, by the way.
Every time I raise
A minor. Anyway, let's go.
Yep, it's still me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still you. Your fursuit that, by the way, you use. Unfortunately, I have gone through the Twitter, and I'm not like disrespecting you or your body shaming you, but I've gone through the Twitter. You're wearing the same fursuit head, jacking off that you are wearing.
Also DMs. Oh god, what have you sent me now, Fauci? What's this? Okay, load. Some of the accounts following Jagger's NSW are already going through and getting those ageless accounts. Okay. Wait, no. Open link. Open link. So Fauji's just sent me this. Let's have a look.
Fauji, why'd you send me a shirtless pic, dude? That's like really fucking weird.
Aegis accounts. I mean, I don't know what you do on Twitter when it comes to these things. Is it expected that like you personally vet and ask every single person what's your age? Is that how it works?
Some people, just to be safe, if they want like a guaranteed 18+ account, just have them blocked regardless if they don't specify age, so they don't take the chance.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I see the point you're trying to make, Fauci, but again, I'm not sure what you can expect to be doing with ageless accounts. Again, if they had like accounts in here that were like, oh, look at me, I'm 15, or look at me, I'm a kid, blah, blah, blah. I would get that a lot more, but I'm not too sure what would be expected with this. But yeah. Okay.
The iShow Speed video. Do you think that's an appropriate thing that where kids can see very prominently your pinned TikTok is you wearing the fursuit head?
Yeah.
And then all.
Thank you, Zelia Sto. Is it what? God, why is it doing that? I need to make the chat a bit bigger. There we go. I thought it was. Thank you very much, Zelia Stonebridge, for the $2. Jagger looks like a Timu meat canyon. Thank you. Poor meat canyon. I sent DMs as well. What have you sent me?
All these people trying to be in your DMs, dog, I'd run. Oh, I should send you a DM just for the fun of it. I'm feeling left out.
Ivy, I hate you so much. Why did I even trust it? They changed the name of the file again. You fucking... Oh, I swear to God, I hate you so much.
What did it play?
On your NSFW page, like you are using the fursuit head to make porn.
Your favorite soundbite?
No.
It's still me. I'm not trying to be anonymous about it, but
I don't care. Oh, what's Fauji saying? I don't care that he has it on the NSFW account, but he acts like he's doing all his security, but he isn't making the effort. It's more about pointing out the contradiction in his statements. Oh, okay. I get you now. Ivy, I'm gonna put you in a padded cell.
I'm not. Again, I'm not. I don't know how many times I say it. I'm not guiding minors to my page. I'm not guiding TikTok to it. If people see it, it's there. Yeah, you could say the same about Nikocado Avocado. People who have their face on some family friendly stuff.
Nikocado Avocado had an OnlyFans account. It is behind a paywall. That's not the same. Nikocado Avocado had a paywall on their account.
True.
Again, my
but Falky, so many people send his images around
paywall, and there's no protections on it. So your example is just wrong, and it's an example of what I'm suggesting. It's an example of understanding that, listen, if you want to if you want to like get railed in VR chat, I don't know how that works, but if you want to get railed in VR chat, if you want to jack off, if you want to have a knot, I don't really care. That's not really my issue. My issue is that Nick's content wasn't really catered to kids. Nick just did mukbangs, a little bit of drama here and there. But again, he also made an OnlyFans that was locked, was age gated, and required payment as well as your ID to get into.
Okay. I mean, this is Twitter. People post porn all the time.
Okay.
There's hundreds of furries on TikTok that do the
Yes, but
same
the
thing.
furries don't have a 1 million follower account that sings Steven
does that
Universe
matter?
songs. Brother,
They make
you're a
furry
creator.
content. They're in
You're
a mascot outfit. Some of them being
Don't
Shall
pay-
we just look at the screamer and say
again,
brother?
That's not what I'm saying.
Interesting.
Come on. I don't give a fuck what the other furries do. I give a fuck what you do because I'm talking to you.
Okay.
My question to you again is you are the one who has the incredibly public account that is, in my opinion, family friendly or brand friendly, and then you have a porn account like this. All you have to do is private the account. Nobody's asking you to stop being gay. Like I'm a gay man myself. I'm not asking you to stop being gay. It's just very. If I'm being honest, it feels like you're being very obtuse over a very simple solution.
I mean, I make porn on a site that has tons of porn. I don't know.
Why not go to Pornhub then? Why not go to Pornhub?
Because that's not where VR chat content thrives. And I also have porn blocked in my state.
Okay.
Pornhub, sorry.
Oh, because you live in Utah. That's correct, right? You live in Utah. So I have.
That's not the point they're making, Hacks. You're being bad faith. You're being bad faith. Kids can watch it. It's not like it's. Okay. Anyway.
Some images from November 22nd of this year. So keep in mind this is the second. Well, we're gonna go through them together. I'm not gonna even ask. Do you want to be yourself or would you like to be the other person? I'll be you. If you want me to.
You can read it.
I can read it. Thank you.
Oh, so happy because I grabbed these screenshots from the doc and sent them to Hadra like, please press this. Teehee. Woo woo.
So, November 22nd. Hi, Jagger. I hope you don't mind this DM. So, I don't mind. You go on to say, I'm so sorry. This person goes on to say, no, you're fine. LOL. I needed to be awake anyways. They go on to say, oh, you're awake. Yada, yada, yada. Someone asks like, oh, the Twitter call out. Yeah, they're still talking about me. I stopped doing that stuff 2 years ago. Let it go, gang. Okay, we're going to continue on. Yeah, I was asking since I saw it. You did the therapy stuff. Yes, you did publicly. How old are you? I really should have asked that before talking. They're 19. Okay, good. You go on to say. Let's see where else. What we've got here.
He really doesn't have that. He really does have that tendency of like, oh wait, what's your age? Before having like a sexual like after having some semblance of a sexual discussion.
Yeah, we called that post nut clarity.
Is that from your own experience?
Nope.
Interesting.
It's
really
it's
weird.
from my really good friends.
Where we good friends.
Yeah, my really good friends.
Why did you say it like that? Where we good friends.
Yeah,
Who's
my
your
really
good
good
friends?
Yeah, they like it when I talk like that.
What away?
Yeah, what do we?
What away when you don't check the wage? Anyway.
Honestly, are you actually into incest? It's only fictional. It's only role play. Would love to call you my son and sneak off from the dinner table with you. That's so hot. I'd love that. I'd love that, Warren. Good boy. You make these kinds of faces right here. Hey, that gets me so hard. Whatever age you want is 18. Okay. I just don't want people to know I still do that kind of stuff. LMAO. Bro, what age? 5, 14. You don't say no here.
Chopped.
Well, yeah, because I thought we were just doing a little roleplay. I didn't think it was going to originally be sexual.
Okay, dude, come on.
Don't lie. Don't lie. I didn't know it was going to be
Shifting the
sexual. Also, who
goalposts.
cares that you didn't know it was going to originally be sexual? It became sexual. At one point it was sexual and you still engaged. This is such an insane cope. You're not a child.
What Yen says. Yeah, what Yen said. Who cares if the interaction with a minor was sexual?
It wasn't with a minor.
Oh, you don't care if it was with a minor? Okay.
It wasn't with a minor. You fucking moron.
Oh, you don't care about interactions with the minor. Interesting.
Why are you being so bad faith all of a sudden? I've been nothing but good faith towards you during this entire stream. I've never once taken anything you said out of context. See, I don't even need to.
You don't say no here. So moans and humps your hand, you say. Do you think that that's just a regular little role play?
Yeah, I shouldn't have continued
just the way he said that, you say. Like it's a Shakespearean play. He said it made him hard before they went further. Yeah, true.
But
I
wasn't originally trying to make it that way, and then it went that way for a few messages, and
so do you?
This person was seeking me out to be the younger one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not. That's not me like seeking out a child. That's me.
No, but when asked about it, when asked about it, you say that is a 14 okay? If you go lower, I don't want you to be uncomfortable. It seems like you're talking about it a little bit more. You can go as low as you want. Is 10 okay? I hope that's not too low, LMAO. You guys are talking about the interaction. You are talking about how it seems like to me that you are still into age play of a very pedophilic variety. But now you're not apparently the aggressor. You are now the little that's in that. You don't understand where I'm coming from.
I mean, yeah, I'm the little.
Do you think that
Bro.
I
pretending to
don't
be
seek out
the,
cub stuff or anything like that. That's not what I do.
Guys, I'm not seeking Cabal stuff anymore. Well, that's alright then. It's that scene from Doctor Who with the toy maker, bro. It's awful. Awful stuff.
Can you elaborate what a little means just for the audience?
Ask Fauci.
is
I feel
10-year-old,
like it.
would you be a 10-year-old cub in this instance?
Yeah.
I suppose.
So would this not be some form of cub play?
Yeah, I shouldn't have initiated a few of those messages, but that's not what I.
What do you mean? Interesting pivot, buddy. Interesting. Just like, I shouldn't have initiated them. But you did.
Was that a concession? Was that a response to a completely different point? Very peculiar.
Makes you think.
What you say?
Gets hot and bothered in a friend way. Interesting, Cloudy.
originally wanted it to be, and I played along with it, and I'm wrong for that.
Okay, so you say that you're not into the Cub stuff, but you identify that this is Cub play, right?
Well, I don't go out of my way to do it. You know,
But
like,
you did
this
it.
person reached out to me, and I was like,
But you
okay.
did it.
They reached out to you. They asked if like
Did
you know
he?
was all the stuff true, yada yada yada, and then you
Did he?
immediately start having sexual connotations. Right? You immediately so in their instance it's their fault that they're the aggressor, but in your instance in the stairwell it's your friend's fault for saying yes to it.
I'm confused. What is this?
So no, we're coming back to it, right?
Yeah.
So in this instance, you regret that this happening. You regret that this happened. You said yes to it, but you just thought it was just going to be, you know, a normal thing, things like that. You didn't think it was going to be that bad. Your friend Kiki recounts a moment in the stairwell where she didn't feel like it was going to be overly sexual, and then it becomes that, and she regrets it. Do you see the correlation between the two?
I suppose.
Okay. So then you can't really blame this person if you are actively engaging in it. It seems like this is something that you're still into. There's more DMs to it. You know, there's more there's more stuff. Like you're going on to pushes the head down, sucking cock. You should be making us dinner right now, lifting up your leg to take care of you, kiddo. Holy shit, you go on to say that's so hot. I know it's
Bro.
making me all jealous. Spreading down. You know, what do you think about these DMs?
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have continued what I did, but I do want to say, like, this isn't something.
Also, by the way, the person says, sorry, I have to go. I'm so sorry. Jag says, what? Right as it was getting good? Oh, so mean. Rolling eyes emoji. Christ.
That I reach out to do. This isn't something that I'm like actively doing with anybody. This is something that I shouldn't have.
You actively did it with them. So. And you did it at my birthday. What are you talking about, Mahi?
Done. I was very desperate
Yeah.
after all my friends left me, and I thought if I said no, that they would leave me, and that's not that's not a excuse or anything, but it's something I want to do. And yeah, Kiki had said that they don't want to be involved with this, so can you guys not text her?
This is
Interesting.
Didn't you just want them on earlier?
Yeah,
The
literally.
fuck?
Wait, no, literally. Earlier on, he was saying, like, can we have them on to, like, explain this? Haha. You know.
Oh, I'm getting cooked. Yeah, they don't want to be on anymore for
Yeah,
some weird
yeah,
magical
it's
reason.
just magically him sweats from the collar. Interesting.
Yeah.
Because, and I'm going to highlight this because this is important. Kiki has highlighted, and I have to show this for authenticity's sake, that they continue to say that you SA'd her and they are no longer friends with you. So again,
Oh my god. Yeah, she just texted me now like she didn't want me to bring anything up because she's trying to move on.
Mhm.
So yeah, I shouldn't have brought anything up, but I mean this is all just happening. I felt like I had to say something.
so she is maintaining that you sexually assaulted her.
It's not just it's happening. It's because it's got more public attention away from TikTok. It's on YouTube, where a lot more like eyes, like live streams and stuff like that, where people are covering it and it becomes a topic of discussion through like drama and commentary spaces. So he's clearly sweating from the collar, right? Because people were going to talk about it, or like people like Fauci and Himpleton and me who have covered it. We've been able to there's who knows who else is going to talk about it, right? I think this is for me. This definitely feels like a protection of his public character, or trying to mitigate any sort of things that he would have in terms of like this reaching out to his other platforms, stuff like his Twitter, stuff like that, his income sources, stuff getting re-brought up. Yeah, that it definitely seems like that. Definitely
Yeah,
trying to
like
feel
he
like he could
saw.
mitigate the the claims put against him.
Yeah, he saw like Falgi's like. Actually, yeah, Falgi's concurrent was pretty high this stream. It was like
Yeah, it was like to 200.
53, like 53
53.
people concurrent.
Yeah.
Yeah, like yeah, I'm
Yeah.
actually really happy for the guy. He's doing pretty decent as
Well,
of recent. Like
53 is actually quite high.
Yeah, you see, he was kind of like a 19, concurrent Andy. It's like,
Yeah.
But he's really starting to get up into the big leagues now with like 53. So
True.
I'm gonna give him a pat on the back. He's doing pretty good. He's doing pretty good. My last stream I had 500, but I'm sure
Yeah?
he'll get there one day. Yeah.
I'm proud of you, buddy. You're doing so well.
Thanks.
Yeah. It's awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Fucking Christ. Okay, we're gonna continue.
And are you calling her a liar?
I'm saying I did not sexually assault her. I don't think I sexually assaulted her. She told me yes.
Okay. So you're calling her
I'm
a
trying
liar.
to talk with her in DMs about it.
Okay.
I'm just saying I didn't sexually assault her.
Okay, well, she contends that. Okay? She could speak for herself. She clearly spoke for herself. You didn't want me to show this message where she still maintains that she believed that you were her sexual
Oh, I didn't see
assaulter.
that much. I can show you how much I saw. I just saw the first.
Yeah, I know you saw just the Kiki stuff. Yep, you just did this. I know.
Yeah.
And then again, hey, he essayed me. I'm no longer friends with him, and we'll be blocking him. Turns out some people.
Somewhat of a fair point, right? He had only seen like, oh, Kiki, but still, clearly it would be a thing of like, oh, I don't want them to be involved, right? To me, that seems like, okay, clearly new information's been brought up, and he didn't want them to bring it up. So, interesting.
Yeah.
And at this point in time, before this message had been shown, he wasn't aware that Kiki had messaged him, saying that, I didn't want you to talk about this. I mean, clearly this guy has no problem with this being brought up, even if Kiki didn't want it to be brought up anyway. So, that's interesting.
People can't change for the good. So, yes. So again, are you saying that she's a liar?
I'm saying I didn't sexually assault her.
Okay.
But if that's
just
what
say that you think she's a
is
liar.
thinking, then
Just, it's as a statement, that's not completely like a wrong thing to say if that's what you believe, right? Just say
Hey,
it.
Yud.
Yeah.
So Falgi really wanted to show me, evidence that what I said was inaccurate.
What?
And he impulsively, he's kind of like panicking right now behind the scenes, freaking out.
Yeah.
Right. He impulsively gave me this looking Yennefer office.
Did he send his stream key again?
No. So just to correct the record, this is what he gave me.
Just to correct the record.
Yeah,
let
just
me grab this up.
Yeah.
Okay, just to correct the record. Okay, Ace has currently lied on this stream. He's admitting fault here.
Misinformation.
Yeah. Inspect elements are a really useful tool. That's unrelated anyway.
Okay, I guess, but she had told me, yeah, and she was feeling down, so I shouldn't have.
Kill me.
But like, that's not the way to cheer her up, in the moment. But she didn't tell me no. She didn't do any of that,
Well, she didn't. But I thought she said yes. She didn't tell you no.
That's what
I thought she said
didn't
yes.
say no. She said yes. Yes. That's what
okay. Well, the absence of no is not a yes. You do understand that.
She told me yes. I'm saying she told me yes.
Okay. So then going forward again, going back to the old DMs, are you still into cub play? But this time you're the little. Is that correct?
I mean, I didn't mean for it to go that way, but I played along with it because.
Dude, it's like that thing of just like, so you do know of me, but it's just like, but you are still into cub play.
I was just worried they would leave me, and that's where my main issue
What
is.
you worried they would leave you? It's just a random guy on Twitter or whatever the fuck has reached out to you, being like, hey, do you want to do some mommy roleplay?
Oh yeah.
And he was just like, oh boy! Buckles his feet together, jumps into the air with joy.
To say no and not continue the stuff. And I do want
I need to learn to say no. Interesting him saying that.
Reached out to a real minor. I've never had any, proof.
I've never reached out to a real minor. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. To be fair, he was 17, but also the person was 14. That's not acceptable. Clipping? Interesting. Thank you, Ivy.
Or I don't even think accusations of that. Everything I do here is just, I just need, like, I don't even know. I'm just trying to figure out a way to word this.
So, from what I'm understanding, you are still into the club play, but now you're the club. Is that pretty fair to say?
That's not what I was meaning to do, but I continued it because I was worried that they would leave me.
Why are you
Yeah,
worried?
What do you
that-
mean?
why are you
That's
worried
so
that they
tough.
leave
so
you when you're saying-
awful. If you love me, let me go. Anyway.
Oh, this person, like, they pushed it on me, things like that. Why were you worried about them leaving you? I thought this was like
Because I'd lost dozens of friends from the drama, and they were
Mhm.
around still, and I just didn't want to lose anyone else.
You didn't. So was
Wait,
this?
what?
I thought this was a random person. Is this like a friend of yours now?
I don't remember who it is, but
So you don't
I know
remember, but
that-
you were worried about them leaving you.
yeah, I remember this happening. I just don't remember who it was.
This was a couple months ago. So you're
Yeah,
worried
no,
about
and
them
I looked up.
leaving
I
you.
looked up. Like I literally looked up.
Mhm.
I don't remember who
All my-
this was. To me, would imply that he's done this multiple with a few other people before that point.
Yeah.
I would think you would remember if this was a one-off case, right? If this was a one-off
Yeah, you
case
would-
and you were
yeah.
having this, if clearly, if this is
But
true,
for so many.
he's having, yeah, clearly, if this is a one-off instance, right, and he's having these worries of like, oh, I don't want him to leave me, right, or and then as he expanded upon, didn't want this to fall into his real life and stuff like that. You know, if that is true, then how come he couldn't remember? And this wasn't that long ago. This was November. And this stream
Yeah.
was, it was like what, a day or two ago, something like that. I had a I had a voice crack at work and out loud said yen moment.
Dude,
Listen,
literally, dude, whenever I get like the rare moment of like a voice crack, I do say the same thing. I go,
it's not my fault.
yen moment.
Okay, I'm just built wrong.
Yen once told me that the reason why she voice cracks is because she's dyslexic.
That's not true. I'm not dyslexic. My
Yeah?
dad is, okay? I
Spell,
don't-
spell dyslexic right now. Exactly.
Anyway.
yeah, that's what I
Chat
thought.
logs from November. Whatever
That's
it was.
correct. Shut up. 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 I'm wiping that from the board. Anyway.
Don't even see any messages from them or me. So I'm like, I was trying to find who it was when this like first came out, and I just don't remember who it
Okay.
was.
So do you think that you may have deleted these DMs?
Even if I did, I couldn't find any of their DMs either.
So
I was looking up their messages as well, and I don't
Mhm.
delete DMs, unless it's like a typo. But I don't like mass delete shit.
Okay, so you don't remember who they are, but you know you didn't want to lose them because you were losing friends. How many friends did you lose?
A lot, dozens,
Mhm.
almost everybody.
Sorry.
So that's why
Sorry.
I've
So
been,
John,
I know. I'm sorry. It's just Fauci asks questions in such a way. Like, he'll have such a normal conversation flow, and then he'll ask the most diabolical question in the world, just like, how many friends did you lose? Were you all alone? Did everyone
so
hate
chopped.
you? Were you alone and despised by the world?
working a lot, and I haven't really been on VR or anything like that.
Okay. So, you were working a lot. Those are interesting things. Again, you say that you didn't reach out to minors, but you and I can agree that you were talking to people who were 13 and 14 when you were 17,
When I was
almost
17,
18.
yeah.
Yes. No, I understand. But a lot of people would look at that, right? And a lot of people would look at that as that either you're going to take the defense. You told me before that you're not going to take the defense of I was 17 for my bad actions. But now you're going to rely on it as 17 when you're a 17-year-old reaching out to like a 13-year-old. Or you're
Yeah.
3 days away from your 3
He
days.
literally just said that. I mean, Fauci was talking, but he said, when I was 17. When I was 17, okay? When I was 17. Months away from turning 18.
away from your 18th birthday, talking about, wanting to
days
do
before.
multiple things. 8 days. So 8 days. So 17, 360 something days. So, 17 and 340, 47 days? Is that what we're saying? 17 years and 48 days? That's enough to, talk about, wanting to fuck Bluey.
Jesus
Yeah, I mean, I regret what I
Christ.
did when I was 17, and I've admitted, I did Cub
the
stuff when I
fact
was
that that's
17.
just a dead ass
Mhm.
sentence is
Well, you're
chopped.
still
It's
doing
something
Cub
I'm
stuff
ashamed of,
now. You're 20 and you're still doing Cub
Well, I
stuff.
don't like seek that stuff out. I did one
You-
role play.
But you're still
video,
doing
which I
it.
was worried about.
You're
Guys,
still doing it. You're not.
guys, the child came to me. Okay. awful.
Not
still doing
out
it.
of like wanting to do it though.
Well, you were loving it in these DMs. You're so into it. They say how low you want to go. Hey, I just want to stick to 18. When you immediately say, oh, this is a safe space, you're like, can I go as low as 14? They agree to it. You jumped at the opportunity for it to happen.
Oh boy.
So are you an opportunistic cub
It wasn't
enjoyer?
originally going to be sexual, and then it turned.
I'm an equal opportunity rapist, okay?
That once we set the
Yeah.
ages, and I just continued it because I was worried they're gonna dip on me.
But you can't remember who this person is. So are you saying that like you even asked for their age?
I remember this happening, and I don't remember the person. If I remember the person, I just name drop. But
Okay, so you don't remember the person, but you remember it happening, but you remember the feeling that you thought that you were going to lose everybody. And so you needed this person. Are you saying that you didn't talk to this person after this instance?
I don't think so. I think it was just somebody who came to me, and I was desperate for friends.
Is this what you do with friends? Like, oh, let me regress real quick. Oh.
And so when you're desperate for friends, you go back
Let
to
me do that in
couple.
your DMs real quick.
No,
No,
not again.
I don't seek that out. I don't look it up. I don't have.
But you were acting out
Saved
being
images
the
then?
cub. You were acting out being the cub in this instance.
After they.
Why did you send me a DM?
Because I was desperate for them to stay with me, and it's not okay.
So, but you stopped at 18.
Ah! Oh, what the fuck?
You're the one who said,
You just typed in my DMs, goo goo gaga. I wanna die.
Fishy, clip that. Fishy, clip that.
No, Fishy, don't
Fishy
do
clip.
that. What did you?
Fishy,
What
clip
is this
that.
clip, Ivy? I'm an equal opportunity rapist. Okay, thank you, Ivy. Anyway,
just going lower than 18.
Not with
You-
sexual intentions. I
You
wanted to go into
you
my
could
little
have stopped.
space.
You could have stopped. You could have stopped
Yeah,
at
you're right.
any time. You could have stopped. When you talk about the sex stuff, they're starting to go lower. How old are you? Sure. Are you still into incest? That's so hot. Going down. That made me so hard. Come here, pulls down your pants and starts stroking your cock when saying, yes, mom, that made me so hard, LOL. Is that them forcing it on you? You're talking about your dick getting hard.
Well, what's the message before that?
You guys, it doesn't
Because I
matter
know
what
it
the...
went in-
I mean, it's like the whole thing of like, sick, just like that. By the way, what age? I kind of want to know what I'm dealing with, lol. Haha. Oh, you're so good. What age do you want me to be? Yeah. Interesting.
into it. Well, yes,
Again,
it does.
why does it matter? You're still into it. You never said stop. You're engaging in the sexual play. You're engaging in the sexual play. Called you a good boy. That made me so hard. I would like to call you son and sneak you off from the dinner table. That's so
And
hot.
to be fair-
I love that, mom.
See, Jag kind of like opened up this door for him when he
Hmm.
did say for defense for the girl on the stairway. It's like if she didn't want it, she could have said no.
Exactly.
Now when we go back to these DMs, he kind of fucked himself by shooting himself in the foot. If he did not
Yeah.
want this interaction, he could have said no.
Exactly. I was pressured, okay? I had to do it. I was gonna lose them. Which is
I had to make
probably
Louis.
how the X felt. I wouldn't be surprised, right? If it's a thing of like coercion and being pressured to, right? This person,
Possibly.
okay, this guy was a lot of firsts for this person, by the way. This Jag had, she had
Yeah.
lost his virginity to him, right? That's a major thing, right? Depending on like a lot of different factors, that can be like an extreme. I mean, to everyone, that's an extremely personal thing to anyone, right? Regardless.
Yeah.
Obviously a lot of the first boyfriend, okay, so a lot of the stuff that they would have been doing would have been an absolute first. Would have been a lot of reliance on him for like knowing what to do or doing certain things, and obviously, right, there would become a semblance of reliancy or what's the word? Not wanting that to go codependence, right? Not wanting to, this person to leave them if they said no, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. Does the block button not exist for these people? In this specific context, Boulder? No.
Sounds like you're expressing the sexual interest first.
Mm.
What do you have to say about that?
That I really want the person to stay around me. So I was
So I
just-
thought they
What do you
initiated
have
the
to
sexual
say for
interest first.
yourself?
Jagger, I thought they did not. Did they? Incest
Where does it say
roleplay
they
they
did?
asked about. They just asked about physical,
They
not
asked me, "Are you
just
still in incest?" I said yes, and
sure.
they said it. I said, "Yeah."
I
Sorry.
know
And
we
they said,
just
"Do you
met.
want to do it?" Yes, that's the initiation to them.
But you're still into it. You didn't stop it. I thought that the absence of a no meant yes. Well, you're saying that you're being forced to do it, and you was an absence of a no, but
I mean, here's the thing, right? They immediately go like, I mean, if you want, we could do something like that. I know we just met, but I'd love to do it. And they're like, oh, they could have said no. That's like a, oh? Interesting.
Yikes.
internally you're just doing it.
I
so
never
you
said I was forced to do it.
You
Are you
jumped at
saying
the,
that I said that?
You are saying that they pushed it on you. They initiated the conversation. Your insinuation is they pushed it on you and forced it on you, and you felt that you could. You felt that you couldn't do it and say no because you didn't want to lose a friend. That is coercion. You feel uncomfortable in the moment.
Yeah.
This guy.
So, dude,
So
it's
you
like the
understand what
fucking
I'm
Patrick
saying?
and Man Ray meme.
Yeah.
That's
Just
not
your
my
wallet. It's all my wallet.
You fuck.
It's awful. Awful. What's my he sent me? I'm scared. Oh my god. Holy shit.
Did you just
Dude.
get destroyed?
No, this is awesome. Wait, where did it go?
Runs away. I'm always running.
Where did it go?
I deleted
Embarrassing.
it swiftly.
Embarrassing posting this again. Lol. Wait, didn't you just join the server? Hike Mookie? This is awesome. Hold on, let me show this. Dude. This is so cool. Look at this.
Whoa.
This is awesome. I don't know if you're in the chat or like what your username is in the chat. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Hike Mookie. This is awesome. I love this. Cool stuff. Cool
Yeah.
stuff. I love when you guys draw fan art. It's awesome stuff. Okay. Nice.
Yes, in a way.
What don't you understand? I can really explain it to you very simply if you'd like me to.
Sure.
What don't you understand? Tell me.
I don't know. I mean, I'm telling you, like, I don't reach out to do Cub stuff or look at that kind of stuff. I shouldn't have done this with them. I was just in a really bad time, you know, and I just.
Guys, I don't seek out Diddy parties, okay? I was just invited. Anyway.
Didn't want to lose more people, and this is, you know.
So I'm being sent some Discord rule violations from your account. Do you understand that your account violates?
So to explain this, Himpleton was going over this. So I was like, hey, Teehee, give me
Discord rule violations.
Yep. So my original account got banned because of the roleplays I did back in the day, and then I got banned again for ban evasion, and then I got
This is,
banned
like
from
awful, by the way.
Somebody who spam reported. I said it somewhere on my Twitter before, where multiple, like me and a bunch of people.
Back in the day, by the way, the reports are December 22nd, 2024.
From a server I was in.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that you guys got multiple that. But protection of minors. Do you feel as if that was there a targeted reason why that they would have done that?
The role plays I did 100%.
So the role plays, but then why would the role plays, if you're all consenting adults and you're all doing adult RP, wouldn't that be okay?
Well,
or
I'm saying the role plays from years ago are still in the logs. I never deleted them or anything like that. I didn't like do role plays like that anymore. It was just a thing from way back in the day that somebody could report, and Discord looked at it, and I got banned.
But when they have the report, those were private chats, right? When they have to report those messages in particular? Or can you just like report the account and Discord would do it?
I think it's reporting the messages and account. Well, you could do both. I don't know.
Yeah, but again,
which
this is like several instances on the same day.
Like the stuff from 2022, 2023 is still on my account, so I got banned for that.
So you're saying that you kept the violating age play pedophilic role plays from 2022, 2023, and then these are all reports from 2024. So you're saying that they went back through your Discord logs and they were like, oh, he has stuff from 2024, 2023.
Yeah, I got banned for those logs because I didn't do anything in 2024.
But then why would you have been reported in 2024? Why would your account not be within good standing in 2024? Because this is before the allegations come forward.
Yeah.
These are your private DMs.
Yeah, I had friends who knew about my past that didn't end up liking me, and pretty sure they reported me, but obviously there's no proof of that. But it's not something that I actively did or talked to any kids or anything like that.
You did.
So what you're saying is that you didn't talk to any kids, but you still engaged in the role play that would have gotten you reported and got your account taken down.
Say that again, sorry.
So what you're saying is that, oh, you're not talking to kids, but you're actively just, you're actively just doing that still in the year of our Lord 2024.
When did I say that?
Mm-hmm. I'm asking you
I
right
just
now,
said
how
it's
would
the
you?
logs from 2022 and 2023.
But
I
how
never
did they
even
know
said
about that? How did they know about the
How
logs from
did they know?
2022?
Because
Now
the
you
person
said
who
it was a
reported me,
friend.
the person actively didn't like me until I apologized on call with them.
Mhm.
Like in September or October.
I apologize and call with them
So
in September. Could that be referring to the call we heard in the doc?
That's possible, but
It's
I'm
possible,
not
but it's
too
not a
sure.
guarantee, to be fair. But if it is, that would have been one of the minors that he was talking to, where he normalized
Wait, this
pedophilic
guy
stuff.
talked to minors?
So what you're saying is that you said that you didn't know that you got.
Yeah, and I can't see, what does the screenshot say? What, on the screen? These are basically, it's a tool you can use to basically see why a Discord account was like banned, or like what things were put against it. Oh, the Google Drive, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, this is basically what this was, and this was one of Jagger's old Discord IDs. Is there a date on it? Oh, maybe. Hold on. Cause it depends, right? Depends on when the doc how. Okay, let me have a look. Hold on, chat. That's part 2. Shit, where is it?
Even if you could find a date on that, I don't think there was a date on the recording.
Right, but it depends on. It might give us an idea. Let's see. Well, it depends what it was
I'm gonna
recorded
make-
in. Oh no, that's the wrong thing. That's the wrong Google Drive thing. God damn it, can this scroll up, please? Thank you. Where is it? There's a link in this. Da-da, da-da. I know. Wait, here it is. Oh, they named it JagVid, damn it. Because sometimes, right, if it's like a named thing recorded with OBS, it will give you just a date.
Like,
Ow.
Cuts you, it's okay.
File details. No. No, there's no details. It was uploaded as a file in August the 30th, 2025, so I don't think so. The PFP is... Okay, the PFP's that. Let me check the doc. Sorry, I know you guys can't see this, but I'm just doing this quickly. I think it's the second document that shows profile pictures. If the document loads... I'm not pulling these up because we know for the second document there is just porn.
Yippee!
Let me have a look. Second account, third account was the main. Fourth account was the Jagger JT. Okay. The Jagger JT account, which had the matching profile picture to the call. I might as well show this. Again, this is just me guessing, right? Given the fact of like what profile pictures were active when. Interesting. Because he changes the eye markings. I didn't even notice that. Because that's the original eye markings. That's from the furry drama, right? Then he changes the eye markings in the one that was grabbed from the document. But it's apart from that, it's the same. Account made December 2024. Wait, did he make all of these accounts? Wait, what? December 2024. 2019. So he made two different... That's so weird. He made two different Discord accounts on the same date. Interesting. Anyway, I feel like I'm not going to get much more from that. Usually that has date, IP, blah blah. If it is recent, I don't know. It's probably metadata in the file itself. I don't know. Feels like I'm going down a bit too much of a rabbit hole where it doesn't need to be.
Mass reported and it was a separate person in September.
Nope, that was the third ban.
So how many accounts have been banned?
In the third ban. So this is my fourth account.
So this is your fourth account?
Yeah.
This is your 4th account.
Yes.
What happened to the other 3?
So the first one, this one I got banned because of what I did back in the day. I got reported for it by a bunch of people. Second one I got banned for ban evasion, like December 23rd or something, like something recent, because I had like the same username with like an underscore. And the third time, look at my Twitter for it. I got me and a bunch of other people from the server all got spam reported for like child safety or something.
I wonder why.
And then now I'm
Gulp.
just here for this one.
Okay. So I do have another streamer that would like to ask you some questions. If you don't want them here, I'm giving you the opportunity to say no. If you just wanted to stick between me and you, because I did agree that it would be me and you have the opportunity to say no about that. It's up to you.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I do have work in the morning, so I have to leave pretty soon. But
You have to leave pretty soon. Okay, so if you don't want them in, I will have them. I will ask the question for you because I have one more thing that they sent me. So,
Yen was cocked.
from what I'm hearing,
was that actually
did
you getting
you-
cooked?
No,
or-
it was
did
Simple
you not
Son.
try to be sexual with Kiki after the meetup?
so
Kiki,
she
do you
had.
love me?
Let me see. I'm trying
Because-
to let me find the chats.
Because she is alleging that even though she thought about giving you a second chance, because she thought her therapist said that it would be a good idea to help her, you tried to do things with her over Discord, knowing that she has a boyfriend. The boyfriend that you said that you're so happy that she's with now. You've known him that you've been in high school. I'm curious. Did you try to be sexual with them after that?
So I can read the DMs. So when we met,
No,
Can
no,
you
no.
screenshot them? I'm going to be
You could just
incredibly
answer the
honest.
question.
Yeah.
I would need a log. Just you reading the DMs is not going to be enough.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
I believe this is when I ask for a DM scroll because I don't trust it.
I could
I
read
don't
the
even trust
DMs.
the
1,
screenshots.
2, skip a
Yeah.
few. I want it.
Yeah,
3,
exactly.
4, skip some more.
I think he even
Oh.
tries to do this, by the way. He does this originally.
And also to remind you, those reports are from the very end of 2024. So since you've been on your 3rd account, that's, the people are still saying child safety.
Hmm.
Okay. Chat, I've muted myself for a second. While you're here, please like, subscribe. I'll read the donuts at the end of the stream.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Actually,
This
so
is
true,
killer.
guys. You should like and subscribe to this stream. Fauci said it, so make sure to like and subscribe to the End channel. Okay, awesome stuff.
Through it.
This guy's fucked
Bruh.
up.
Bruh. Chat.
Bruh.
Chat.
Imagine if
Close
he
my
wasn't
face right
muted,
now.
though.
Yeah,
Like,
But it's okay.
he's like, I can
Jack's
still
like,
hear you,
"What?"
by the way.
Wart.
Uh-oh.
Like and subscribe. Do all the doobly-doo stuff. But we'll have a special guest after Jagger, I think, is going to leave pretty soon after I, grill him on some things.
Yeah.
Dude. It's over.
Still trying to get them together?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm muted again, so make sure to join the memberships and the
So
Patreons
while
of
I
his
have
channel.
you here, while you're getting those things in, she
Chill,
still
chill.
consists that she's no longer friends with you because of your actions, because you're still sexual. The messages of you interacting with somebody, you're still sexual. Do you have a problem with sex? Do you have a problem with sex?
Problem as in what?
It seems like you have these weird falling outs and these weird issues with people because you are hypersexual to a degree. Do you have disordered sexual habits?
I believe I do have hypersexual stuff.
Mm-hmm. Have you been diagnosed with any kind of hypersexuality? Are you on any kind of medications for that?
No, I didn't even know you could get diagnosed professionally for that. But
What?
No.
You'd think that'd be a question asked when he was talking about the cup stuff with his therapist, right? If I'm thinking someone's got like problematic sexual prolificacies, said that right? My next question would be, could that be linked with hypersexuality? Because from what I've heard from like people who have experienced it, it can lead to like, I mean, it's the whole thing of like, it's kind of tangential to like cases of like porn addiction. What was that case? There was that guy that like he kept on like watching porn and stuff. He had like proper like porn addiction, right? Where he kept on like ramping up more and more and more with like the extreme stuff until he got into more deranged and disgusting like depraved things that were like, stuff that you shouldn't be finding,
Well, to sweep for JaggerTheJag here.
interesting person to sweep for.
Just to get some clarifying, settings here,
Right.
how old was he when he went to this alleged therapy session?
It would have been after he was 17, right?
I mean, maybe. That's why I'm asking.
I think so.
Well,
Because he keeps...
okay. Is it possible he didn't know what hypersexuality was? Just asking for clarifying pieces here.
I'm not sure. But again, he clearly knew what it was before the stream.
And even if, okay, yeah, before the stream, sure. There's definitely some time that passes between 2044 to 2025. Right. But even if, right, let's play devil's advocate and say that he did know. Would it be fair to say that it's possible that he was too embarrassed to talk about, sexual stuff about himself?
I mean, he was fine talking about Cub.
I think there's a difference between flirting with someone and...
I'm talking about with the therapist.
Oh, with the therapist?
What my point is surely if someone's having those kinds of sexual profligacies and you are discussing those, surely a thing a therapist may bring up would be, diagnoses or, issues that could, or like contributing factors that could lead to someone becoming the way that they are. So, I don't know. I find it very interesting that this guy apparently only ever spoke to the therapist, if he did speak to a therapist, about the Cub stuff, and nothing else was explored. Because,
Oh.
I mean...
It's all about comfortability of going at your own pace.
I mean, it'd be interesting... I mean, if he had explained it as, like, what that actually is, or if the therapist knew what that was, right? I would like to think that a therapist in that situation would be like, okay, this guy has a risk of, pedophilic, or what's the word? Intrusive thoughts about pedophilia, right? Because he's admitted to that, at least. That he was worried about, doing something in real life. He did state that at one point in the stream. I don't know. I know this is like, very much different, this is a lot of speculation on my part, right? But again, it just feels really weird of what he's deciding, or like what he's had these conversations with a therapist were. And clearly he had still not resolved these problems.
Well, because I think realistically, out of the two, I think a human on average is going to see a lot more issues with, being attracted to minor characters, even if they're fictional, being attracted to like a type of minor characters rather than getting sexually charged more often than average.
Right.
I think, there probably is going to be a landslide difference of how those two are perceived.
Okay, maybe my understanding. Okay, to be fair, my understanding of it is like I wouldn't know. But I don't know. It just feels like something that may have like be brought up. But aside my stupid speculating, right? He immediately jumps on this when Fauci brings it up. The whole hypersexuality thing. But again, it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Yin's internet is being held together with chewing gum and a hairpin. True. Actually, my internet was fine. It's my OBS that had the issue. I genuinely don't know what's wrong with OBS recently. It's been having issues. I don't know why. I don't know why it's just been having issues with staying connected to YouTube as the streaming source. I don't know. I don't know if there's something I have to look up for it. But yeah.
I guess not, but I feel like it's pretty apparent.
Interesting. Okay.
We do FAP.
Okay. So you feel that you're hypersexual.
No.
You feel like your do you feel like the sexuality and your hypersexuality has affected multiple of your friendships and relationships, your interpersonal relationships, and your relationships with people online?
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes, I'm sexual when I shouldn't be. Like, if me and my friends are hanging out, and I'll just like be like, "What the fuck?" And they're like, "No," and I'm just like, "Oh,
But I thought you went.
Do you just do that? Hey,
no, that was foggy.
Therapy for this. So shouldn't you have worked on this?
Well, I went to therapy for Cub stuff, not like being.
But
sexual.
wouldn't you have?
Went to therapy for Cub stuff, not being sexual. That's okay.
To have gone to therapy for this, they would have discussed the Cub stuff and said that it was an impulse control issue. And that doesn't control the other things, right?
I mean, I'm just a sexual guy. I don't really know what to say.
That's not an excuse.
I'm just a sexual guy. What can I say?
My sweep was right, though. My sweep was right. He didn't see the issue with it. That's why he didn't talk about it.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
I won. Ace Space wins again.
Guy,
Yan
you
loses.
actually true, Ace. You successfully defended the Cub Enjoyer. Good job.
I defended Kai Weiss 2.0. Okay, we just fucking got this. Woo! Actually, I don't even think people know much about Kai Weiss's Cub side of things. I think.
What? I did not know this
anyways,
claim.
we move on.
This will be for an Space stream, okay?
Well,
I'm not
Guy, when you do
excusing it,
Cub
I'm just
stuff,
saying.
no, you've used
That's
that
not what I'm
multiple
talking
times.
about.
You've
I'm talking about me
used that
being
multiple
sexually
times as an
towards
excuse. But I thought you went to therapy for the Cub stuff. But here you are enacting on Cub play behind the scenes. How would your therapist feel if they saw you enacting on Cub play?
I don't know.
Ooh.
Why did you stop therapy?
Because I was okay. This is the first time I've done something like that in a while. I was just worried they would leave me, and I did go to
That's
one
so
therapy
chopped.
session recently, but I'm not sure if I'm like with that person, so I'm just kind of testing where I want to go with therapy.
Mm-hmm. So
What?
then,
But you said you were okay. What do you mean testing where you want to go with therapy? You clearly therapy was not in your mind when you were having these conversations. You were more concerned about whether or not it was made public. Also, the chat really wants you to talk about the Cub stuff with Kai Weiss.
I'm actually surprised. So you see, I was one of the rare few people that actually, paused Jar's Ponder video when it was talking about Ponder defending, like, Kai being into Cub porn as like a trauma thing.
Hmm.
So like,
I don't even remember if I noticed that. I was too pissed off at Jar, I think.
Yeah, it's like, to be fair, the screenshots just kind of like flash like a blinky, you'll miss it.
Okay.
Okay. So that's the only reason why I know about it, is just because, like, Ponder. To be fair, Kai has said in his community post that Leo Cudfoy randomly called me a zoophile. Ugh. And so they're referring to
Okay.
the Cub porn that he was into, and
What
the
the
excuse
fuck?
is he was groomed into that content. So it's like it's to tend to his trauma or whatever, which is not really a great thing I liked going into, but I like to mention it. It's interesting because when you think
I'm
of Kai Weiss, you don't
curious.
really think
Look
of
at this. Control.
gulps.
Okay. Kai.
What you looking for, little buddy? Are you actually looking for it right now?
Yeah.
I could try to find it real quick. Hold on.
I'm just curious now. I'm actually genuinely curious to see this. First time
See, I'm actually
looking, using Jar for a source.
Discussing bullshit
Yeah.
where you asked for a minor's docs information.
Oh,
Kai
this is a
Weiss,
Kumu
or just people in the
conversation.
comments spreading this lie. So on top of blatantly lying, we have spreading misinformation to the masses. Spreading misinformation is something a lot of people got onto me for. But when
Just
Ponder
look up
Sprocket
Cub.
and Nezzy Monster did it, no one said shit.
Yep, not even Slurs agrees with the claims that Ponder and her friends were trying to push. When the person you are defending
Cub
doesn't
porn
even
defender.
agree with
Oh
you.
wait, no, because this is when he shows it, doesn't he?
I think so. Yeah, it's the Cub porn
How
defender
badly
thing.
censored was it? Because I remember having to throw a thing on the screen.
Just throw something just in case. I don't actually remember.
God, okay. Let me grab the censor. Bruh. Okay. Let me have a look.
And yes, Mr. Crow, it is the same Kai Weiss
You
that was
know you
involved
made a
in the
bad
Toby
video,
drama.
or I guess in this case, multiple bad videos. Thanks to Akumu's Black PNG of SpongeBob. Someone, that being Call Me Nil, found out that he drew Cub porn 5
What the fuck?
years
Yeah, he drew
ago,
it.
back when he was in his late to mid-20s. Bro forgot to remove the stuff off of his
Jesus
InkFunny account.
Christ.
Never forget about the
Yeah. Keywords, yeah. Cub, nude, butt, NSF. Okay, I can show this part. I'm not going to play it, but as you can see here, this was from, this is Kai's thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah, male, cub, nude, butt, NSFW teasing, RAM. Published 5 years ago. Okay. We'll put the thing back on. I'm curious. Oh, this is an interesting little detour.
Ink Bunny, or the DeviantArt.
Yeah, that's not Photoshop.
He
okay.
claimed it was due to him being essayed as a child, and this was his way of coping. Needless to say, I and others had a hard time believing that, but Ponder showed up to the
Whoa, fucking Christ, these screenshots just
Told you it was a
He claimed-
blinker miss it.
Okay, yeah, I think we should be safe. Let me just...
I had to like put this at 0.5 speed or whatever, and just
Yeah,
like
I mean, just
pause at the right
0.7.
It
point.
was due to him being essayed as a child, and this was his way of
Just love
coping.
slowing down that
Needless
part.
to
Awful, bro.
say, I and others had a hard time believing that, but ponder.
Fucking Christ, Jar. Can you, like, please slow down? Okay, highlight comment. Fuck it. Don't call me out for a racist image put on my video when you did what could potentially be therapeutic porn.
Yep.
Which is a thing with regards to essay victims. Okay. Okay. It can be, but it doesn't mean that you're not curating child, whatever the fuck, artwork, depicting child abuse or child sexual abuse.
It's
Because-
still a bad thing to make. I think all
Yeah.
they're doing is specifying intentions. It's
Okay.
I don't know. That's obviously like, but I don't know. Ponder's a little
Okay,
oversweet before
yeah,
it.
but also, how far do intentions go when you're, like, publicizing it? You could, theoretically, you could make it to, express the horrible thing that happened to you, but it doesn't mean you have to post it online.
Yeah.
Again, I still think you should do it anyway, but if you're making the argument of it being therapeutic or something like that, right? Again, it doesn't need to be publicized online, because what are you seeking, like, some semblance of, like... Because the logic doesn't make any sense, right? Because what are you trying to gain, like, some sort of, like, yeah, it's okay, buddy, it's okay. There's no indication that it's from trauma, as well. It is just, like... It just becomes porn, when it's put
Dude,
out
wait.
publicly.
Ponder said this 2 weeks ago, dude. Like instead of responding,
Whoa,
what the
holy
fuck?
shit, bro.
Dude, they defended therapeutic porn instead of.
What comes out first,
responding.
actually? What actually comes out first? Fuman's FCK video or Ponder's response? This is actually a hard question.
We'll see.
We'll see. Nice. 5 years ago, and I already admitted to and exposed yourself for it, but I'm just gonna pretend like I did some research and found it on my own, Jar.
Showed up to.
Oh, and I indicated that there was a possibility that this was therapeutic porn. Fuck off, Pond. So, depending on how he was called out for having made these pieces important, which wasn't shown here, so I have no real reason to believe any one side's explanation of how it happened because I haven't seen it. If he was called out for being a pedo or drawing insert tray here porn, okay, then yeah, he's probably going to deny it because there's a possibility that the images were made for a completely different reason than what he was accused of, or he was lying could be a possibility. But if you're going to be in good faith, yeah, if he's doing it for that reason, okay. But my point from before still stands.
To defend him. Now listen, if you were essayed as a child and
Okay, that's the end of the screenshots. Anyway, that was it. I'm not going any further into that. Where were we? We entirely derailed. We got to finish this, okay? We got to finish this. But that was a good derail, okay?
See, you guys wanted the fucking.
Yeah, you guys
context,
complain
whatever.
about A space and yen derails, okay? You guys complain, and then you're like, "Who? What did I miss?" You forgot censorship. I didn't forget censorship. What? Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Wait, did I? No, I didn't. No. What? Okay. Anyway, don't gaslight me. I'll cry.
Why would you be sexual, or why would you try to get with Kiki after a period of time, even though they had a partner?
Here, I'll show you the screenshots.
Because
I
that's what
wasn't
they're alleging.
going out of my way to do that.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand.
I'm just kind of texting her at the same time. So
Mm,
sorry.
Yeah,
about
I see the
delay.
test.
Why are you texting
I see
her?
the test.
Yeah, it's so weird, bro.
You know what you did, you fucking.
Mhm. I've accepted your message. You can DM me all the screenshots that you have. Okay. Very interesting. Because it seems like, again, that you've had impulse control for a period of time, that you're able to have enough impulse control to create an account. You have enough impulse control to not put porn on your TikTok. But it seems like you don't have enough. But then it's not enough impulse control to maintain interpersonal relationships and people finding out about your sexual deviancy.
Huh?
Yeah. I'm just positing that, like, you're saying things that kind of that contradict them each other. This is what it is. That's just what it is. So you sent me some screenshots. This is the 6th. Let's see. Let's see.
So I do want to mention before you read this for context. She had actually this might be not be able to say this because I don't want to like go against her boundaries and stuff.
But,
like,
don't
her
want to go against
boyfriend,
the
he was-
boundaries. Has been talking about this entire stream and also has SA claims against them. Now he cares about boundaries.
Stuff with friends is all I'll say sometimes. And she also follows me on my AD, so I thought that they were open, and I thought we were kind of just joking here.
So, how about you read your side and I'll read Kiki's side? Let's just make it easier. My voice is getting a little tired.
Sure. Dude, I just want casual homie sex. Is that too much for me to ask?
You're asking me, right? Just in general? Face.
I just mean in general. Yeah, lol.
Okay.
Lol, is that what answer did you want from me?
Quote, of course not.
And then I said, what are the quotation marks for?
That's the answer I expected.
Well, what if that's not the answer, Lamau?
Then what's the answer? Some type of emoji?
It's like a mix. I'm not opposed, but that's not what I was initially implying.
So you were but you did have it in the back of your mind. And then I tell him to get the screen share up to here.
Is that the answer you wanted? My bad, gang.
So, if Kiki were
My
to
bad,
come
gang.
out with this, would you be able to screen
Oopsie.
share me these sets of DMs and just to make sure that they're not taken out of context and out of order?
I can probably show you what was happening before it.
Yeah, I would say just screen share it. You could screen share the entire thing, because if Kiki comes out and says, "Hey, these screenshots are taken out of context," or the discussion did not continue to happen because this happens over the time between 8:43 p.m. and approximately 11 p.m. So there's space in between, and you guys are having a full conversation. If you are able to share the screen so I can see the context of the conversations and things like that, and to see what your last conversation looked like, for instance, and kind of going from there.
Let me delete real quick.
I mean, I'm not gonna show.
Let me do
screen
an
share
eye,
my Discord. Sorry, but I will show you like what happened.
So
before.
you don't want it. You're not sharing. You don't want to screen share your Discord.
My DMs, no. Like I'll show you me
Yeah?
and me and Kiki, like
Why?
screenshots
that's-
of our text, but I'm not gonna show you who I'm texting on the left side of the screen and stuff. I don't need people reaching out to them
I see.
and harassing them about me and stuff.
So
how would they reach out to them if it
are
doesn't show
you
username
Also,
on the
who would
side?
care?
asking her to retract her statement.
Well, it'll be a screen
DM.
share of the entirety of Discord, so whichever names.
He's apparently DMing you right now. Is he trying to get you to retract her statement? Definitely, Kiki says.
Ooh.
Are you
Oh, yeah,
asking
I
Kiki
would.
to retract her statement?
Unless that's streamer mode enabled.
No.
Oh, true.
Then can I see the DMs of you and Kiki texting right now live?
Yeah?
Because she's saying that she's feeling like you want her to retract her statement.
I mean, I just saying that. I don't think I raped her.
Nice.
Okay. Well, what
You
else
don't
have you been saying?
think?
Because you've been talking to her
You don't
consistently.
think? Interesting. You should be
What
pretty
else is-
certain if you raped or didn't rape.
You've been saying.
Yeah, I
Because
feel like
she says she
rape's
feels
like an
you're,
intentional
act.
thing.
I think
Yeah,
I
don't-
didn't.
Yeah,
What the
I don't
fuck are you
know,
on
let me-
about?
let me consult the files if I raped. I log every day. Hold on.
Yeah, hold on. Did I rape
That would only
today?
work
Let me
if-
check.
Yeah, that would only work if they were like a dementia-ridden patient. Like,
True.
did I?
Did
don't
I? I
know.
don't know. No,
Did you see it?
I was in a dark place.
asking her to retract her statement. Why can't you show me that?
Of what we're talking about right now?
Yeah, the whole DMs. Share it. Share it, because if she's lying, don't you want to clear your name?
No.
Sure. Let me see.
Yeah, and I don't want screenshots. I would like you to share your DMs now. I'd like a scroll. I'd like a screen share, because I think we're a little bit past the point
I gotta go to work.
where we can do that.
Do you know who also had that excuse? IA.
And I'm not gonna show any DMs outside of Kiki, just letting you know.
See
I'm
some
not
on
requesting
the
your
oh so
DMs outside of
lovely
Kiki.
Dicker
I
stream.
don't give a shit about people outside of Kiki. Unless unless people are telling you to get off the stream or stop talking or how to say certain things, that's on you, brother. If you're being coached on how to do this, I'm telling you right now that never works. So let me know when
Okay.
you're ready to screen share. Are you screen sharing? There we go.
I believe I am.
Let me double check. Let me get into the hold up chat.
Jesus
Open
Christ,
voice.
Geller.
So let me just take care of this real quick then.
Oh yeah,
Give
and
me
then
one
Falgi proceeds to double for this entire part.
second.
Thank
So I
goodness.
can do the right thing and,
And then people are just talking about shiny hunting in the chat, by the way. It's easier in Let's Go, Arceus and Scarlet and Violet, because you can see the shinies in the overworld. Thank you, Layla.
also just do a screen
I
capture.
left a good impact on that
and
community.
for transparency's
Yeah.
sake with the chat. Give me 1 second.
There's a surprise for me, J7. What have you done? Am I checking my Discord?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Hi, Mr. Gamer.
Oh. Where am I looking? What have you done? What did you do? What have you done? Oh my god.
Where are they?
Is it this? Dude. Adam Diva made another one. This is awesome. Adam Diva keeps cooking. Holy hell. Also, hi, Mr. Gamer.
Is Yen exposed this time?
Dude.
Yep. There we go.
This is cool. Bombastic side-eye.
Chopped Yen.
What do you mean?
Yep. Brony Yen. Why would she ever pretend to be a brony? That's so weird. Am I right, guys? Daps up.
Interesting.
Wait. Are you a real brony Yen?
Okay, let's just continue the stream, every pony.
I thought you were joking. I thought you were kidding.
Display capture, window capture. All right. So you are showing me your DMs right
Leak
now
Simpleton's DMs, hi.
with her. So let's go into it.
Yeah.
Teehee.
So she sends you a picture. Yeah, that's it, Jagger. You completely disobeyed my boundary. You're gonna have to mute me because I can hear myself. It's fine. It's fine. I'll deal with it.
Doesn't deal with that.
Yes, this is Jagger. What? We could discuss this when you can fix your eyes. Everything tomorrow. I'm confused. Why don't you read yours? I'll read mine.
I'm confused. I was explaining that I didn't force myself onto you and that you were upset that night, and my idiot brain thought sex could have helped that sadness. I admitted for thinking that sex was okay in the moment, but you had said yes. Doing it was my point.
You forced her upon me during your.
Who even thinks that? Like, if you see someone sad, you just go, "That's fuck." What?
Or just really like water types.
You sent it in Aces server or what you drew? Okay, I'll have a look. Dude, join my server, buddy. Who's pinged me in this server of all places?
Ooh, you got mogged. I'm seeing the art. Ooh.
Dude, oh, my Discord's breaking again. Oh my god, what have you done?
I forwarded to the office.
Oh,
if you even care.
Hold on. Give me one
If you even care.
I have to close Discord again. I swear to god, if the stream breaks again. Wait, hold on, it fixed. Did Discord fix?
Jack and Jockey.
Discord fix? Okay. You forwarded it? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, if you even care.
Good boy. Okay. Dude. This is awesome.
Tee. Giggles. Gets gargly.
It makes it look like I have a nose here. It's kind of funny, even though it's the lip. I really like it, J7. That's so cool. Dude, it's been a while. Okay. Another emo Yan. It's awesome stuff. Okay. Awesome stuff.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys.
Okay, I need to stop. I'm gonna get distracted by that. That's too fun. Anyway, let's continue. Yes, and as Mahi says, please join our server.
Your prom in a stairwell when I was in a dress. I told you.
My stance on Jagger's response with Fauci, it's kind of touched. You know, Fauci makes some good points with this. You know, he draws the comparisons with like, how he was doing a role play when like as late as, or you know, as was it like November 2025, and he was basically saying he was coerced, he didn't have a choice, you know, or like he didn't want this person to leave them and stuff like that. Meanwhile, he was stating he didn't sexually assault or coerce his ex with the SA claims, even and saying like, oh, they could have just said no. But obviously, he's using the defense of like, again, the same could be said against him in the instance of a roleplay. Of he could have just said no and not engage, but he felt like an obligation to engage, despite the fact he was an adult and he was clearly getting off to it. So, you know, and now he's claiming, oh, I didn't have a choice, I didn't want him to leave. Keep in mind now, it's like a random person online during that roleplay, so it's definitely interesting. there's a lot of different actions that he took during this stream so far that feel like a lot of mitigating and trying to control the narrative. For example, what was it? Throughout this entire stream, he was just like, "Oh, let's get Kiki on. Let's get Kiki on. They're gonna explain it." And then when it comes to certain points where like new evidence was being brought forward, he didn't even see the screenshot of like what the text of Kiki had sent that was updated and sent over to Himbleton. That Himbleton then sent over to Fauci. He was just like, "Wait, I don't think we should do this because I don't want them to get involved. They don't want to get involved." And it's just an interesting pivot. Or sorry, not pivot, but change in how he was talking. I yap.
Multiple times, no, and I did not feel good. Yet you put your hands wherever you wanted. I will never forget that night.
And I told her, you told me yes. I wouldn't have done it if you said no. In my mind, I thought sex would cheer her up when that wasn't an okay case.
Yikes.
Let's see. No, the fuck I didn't. Stop arguing with me, Jagger, and quit telling lies before I lose my mind.
I said, I remember you were saying yes. You told me okay. I know it wasn't something I should have done in the moment, but it was something you agreed to do. I remember that night too. I admitted it was wrong, and I've been wanting that second chance because of that. I'm still the guy you've been knowing these past few months, Ruthie. I promise that. I'm a good guy who's trying to be better, but I didn't rape you, and I will stick by that. I'm having to show them proof of these now.
No, you didn't rape me, but you sexually assaulted me, and you tried hitting on me. What kind of fucked up is that? And then she goes on to say, great, show them the proof that you're trying to hit on me. I'm pretty sure everyone would love that. Jagger, after the second chance from one of his main victims, goes to hit on her after meeting her boyfriend at a fur meet. So did you
keep in mind, right, he was saying all this stuff in the beginning of the stream, just like, oh yeah, I'm really glad that like she got a new boyfriend. Like, oh, I was such a bad boyfriend. Okay, this guy's like amazing. Meanwhile, he's hitting on her now? Really? Okay.
It's weird.
Can you show it? And you never hooked up? So you never hooked up?
No.
But did you hit on her?
Here, I'll show. So, like we'd read before, I was like, oh, my casual sex, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, well, I just meant in general. And then me, because I'm a hypersexual guy, I was like, well, I wouldn't say no to sex. And then
Well,
she said,
hypersexuality isn't an excuse, though. Now,
But
listen, but hypersexuality isn't an excuse because you went to therapy for this. So,
I went to therapy for Cub.
Nice. But also, it's an interesting thing because he never brought up hypersexuality before Fauci presented that idea to him. He has never in this stream brought up hypersexuality as a reasoning. Fauci presented that to him, and he took it immediately. And now he's trying to use it as defense here. I don't know about you, but I find that extremely suspicious. Immediately does that. You're saying, but I know you're looking for shiny Pokemon.
I already found one.
Okay.
Thank you.
See, anyway, there we go. Nice.
Bro, hypersexuality.
There's no fucking therapist that does cub porn therapy. I don't know any therapist that does cub porn therapy. Are you insane? It's the highlighting your disordered sex. Yeah, it was the thoughts, but those thoughts are still pervasive. Because you're not using hypersexuality isn't an excuse. Mental health is not an excuse. It explains certain things, but you're still acting on them.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway.
And then,
nice one.
Yeah.
This really needs to be said. What you did a few days ago was extremely disrespectful.
Yes, Mahi, you can join. You don't need to ask. Come on in. It's been 30 minutes.
Both me and her boyfriend. I had him read our conversation. I would never do something so malicious to a person I love so much. He's seriously the love of my life, and clearly you didn't get that memo when I first introduced you to him. You really hurt me, Jagger, because I thought I could give you a second chance, considering I've given you so many chances because I truly believed you can change. Clearly you can't. You still think cheating is okay, which is disgusting. I really wanted to be your friend with you. There's no way I can if you try to hit on me or anything sexual that isn't jokes not related to us. You disappointed me. I hope maybe you'd reconsider your actions.
Did you find another one?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's loading. You found a shiny Murkrow. Nice. And you put it in a matching Pokeball. Okay. I knew it, by the way.
Catch.
I didn't even click on this guy's activity. I knew he was just searching for shiny Pokemon. This guy is awful.
What do you mean, dude? I'm just catching it live. Like, this is a good little, like palate cleanser, just to think
They
about
can't
like
even
what was
see
said.
it.
What the fuck?
Especially Derek for now. I can't have you talking to me until I know I can trust you.
Whatever, I'll
I
stop
won't block
share
you, of
screening.
Apparently, Cheddar read your tarot card and it called him an egg.
course, but it hurts me that I had to say
Lol.
this, but boundaries need to be in place. I had said, whoa, I'm so sorry. I have full respect towards you and Derek. I don't think cheating is okay. I'd heard from you guys that you guys do room parties with your friends, so I was under the impression that you guys were open.
I caught
and
it.
that was very wrong of me to assume. I never meant for it to seem like I was going out of my way to do that to you. You're right. It was wrong of me to assume your guys' boundaries, so I should have checked with you beforehand. I think it's really awesome that you and your boyfriend let me talk to you in the first place, and I would never try to betray that kind of trust. I apologize to you and Derek heavily. Now that I'm aware of your true boundaries, please just give me another chance. I'll never do something like that again, and I mean it. I'm really glad you told me about this. Again, I should have never assumed those boundaries you guys may have set for each other. I was under the wrong impression, and I'm so embarrassed about that. She says, thanks, Jagger. I can see where you're coming from. I'll see what Derek thinks because I truly want to still be friends with you, but Derek has always been skeptical of you because of the dumb things you did when we were dating. We're not in an open relationship. We have 2 friends that we do benefits with, but for room parties, we like to do stuff in front of people, not the other people besides our besties. Said, I appreciate that. I really want us to become good friends because we clicked so well. I promise I never had the intention to do anything behind his back or without the knowledge of both of you and all that sort of stuff. I'm sorry that I was under the impression.
I mean,
And then
you
I said,
hit
I'm glad
on
to know I
them
never meant to come off
before
as a stupid sex addict. I
him
swear on
knowing. Otherwise, you would have mentioned that.
my life that that's not what I meant to make it seem like I was reaching out for. And then we just
And then
sent
she
gifts.
sends a series of hugs.
Yeah, and then her boyfriend says we can chalk it up to shot in the dark, but honestly, last chance. She says no, definitely. He says I'm being whatever. Really like him as a friend. Yeah. So I mean, I'd apologize to her. I was under the wrong impression. I wasn't like trying to go behind her back. I didn't reach out for it.
Well, could you go down for a second? Go to December 11th. Why did she say you fucked up again?
Because of the thing we talked about before, the age regressing that I did.
Okay, so your age regressing becomes public.
And she says,
"Hi, Mahi."
Hi, is this a good time where I can come share my story?
Oh my god.
It did take you 30 minutes, so.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
waited 30 minutes before I could touch the both of you, and by that I mean like a pat on the head.
Okay. Well,
Please
we'll
don't touch
do
me.
a quick intermission, okay? We'll do a little.
I hate
Okay.
touches.
Okay, tell us your story.
You're not beating the autism allegations, man. My story is so I'm going back to the ping pong table. I incorrectly assumed it was a ping pong table. I remembered it was a pool table because the only reason I remembered was that image of a guy bending over the pool table and kind of being a slut. They were doing it on a pool table in the wide open in broad daylight, and like people who pass. So there's 2 giant windows that are looking into the pool room, and you can. It's like you don't have any privacy at all if you're just smashing on the pool table. There's also another place where people usually go to bang, which is these like cubicle like confession rooms. So there's a window looking into the room.
I see.
And so people from any angle could just see you going at it. Like there's windows everywhere. If you think you have a private space, there is probably a window looking into it. Someone can see you from any angle. So just do it in like a private space and not on a pool table or in one of the confessionals, please. Thank you.
Is that
That's
your
my
less,
PSA.
yeah, is that your PSA? It is really funny
That's
because
my PSA.
as Ivy has pointed out,
you
you
know
do
what?
sound like you're talking in a fishbowl right now.
You know what?
Oh, yeah, I'm using my shit headphones, but I'm in
Yeah.
a fishbowl. Glue, glue, glue,
To
glue,
be
glue.
to be fair, Mahi, that I'll keep that noted for future reference. So thank
Yeah.
you.
Guys, you've heard
Yeah,
it
of
here
course. I'm
first.
happy to help.
Do not have sex on
Yeah.
pool tables.
I don't even think people can reach that height on a pool table unless you're like super tall and like super short.
Aren't you like 3 foot tall?
We don't have to talk about how tall I am, Yen.
Okay.
Yeah, Yen.
Okay, bye. Have fun.
Okay. Mahi, everyone. That was their story. Do not have sex
Well, I
on
know
pool
what I'm doing
tables.
on a pool table.
Playing pool. Anyway.
I can't keep
Actually,
backing you
almost
up when
just
she's
said something
disappointed in
really
me. Yeah.
bleak that I
So I
cannot
have to
leak.
get off in
but
about
yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
You have to
Chill.
get off in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I work at 7 in the morning.
Okay, so you have a statement right there. What's that statement say? Because at least make the statement public now.
Yeah, so I posted this on Twitter, but then deleted it because I'm trying to just move on from everything.
I'm trying to I'm moving. What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm trying
I'm trying to like
obfuscate
hide
all
my
the
past.
information.
Yeah.
Due to a certain nature of mine being
okay,
quote
let me do
outed, yes,
this.
sometimes I resort to age regressing in my own time due to the grooming I endured when I was younger. In this situation, I made sure the person was of age. I recommended role playing of age, but they said it was a judgment free zone, so I thought it was okay to regress a little. They said it was fine. They continued to pursue me while they were under
Just a little bit of regression. Smoke cigarette.
the impression that I was regressing, which was odd on their part. Me playing a younger part doesn't mean I'm seeking out a child, and I know it's corny that I do the regressing stuff in my own time, but it's a coping mechanism. This is the only statement I'll make on this, but just wanted to clear the air a little.
Okay. Well, you suggested if you wanted to go lower, you were told it was a judgment-free zone, but that you called them weird for saying.
I don't even think it's a coping mechanism at this point. It's clearly not, right? I mean, this guy was doing role plays where he was the aggressor. I don't understand how this is some sort of turned into like a thing of like, oh, I'm the little, okay, you know, a little goes.
I'm
to
used
10.
to always.
Yeah,
I'm used to always being the
goes
one.
to 10. Keep in mind, this guy was
Yeah.
apparently groomed when he was like 13, 14, 15. Goes to 10. Nice.
That's fucked up, yeah. It's like, it's like this guy did something weird. Also, them who's groomed.
I mean, like, literally, I mean, like, it's still a fair point, right? It's just like, oh yeah, I got groomed when I was this age. I'm gonna go even younger.
You're like those
to
motherfuckers on
victimize
Twitter.
myself even more.
Yeah, you're like those motherfuckers on Twitter. It's like, weren't you groomed?
That what? Who says that?
From.
What?
Anyways, moves on.
Okay, lol. Okay. Jesus Christ.
Actually, I have
Well, I don't
a
think I suggested
question.
lower. They were like, hey, yo.
You're so awful right now because I'm looking down at my OBS, just seeing a little bee say this. Whenever you don't talk, you go into like a shadow, like a grayed out little version. So it's like you're like emerging from the darkness that speaks something diabolical.
Well, actually, I actually have a very funny comment for this one that might actually take me 10 minutes to explain. Hold on. So, long time ago, Yen. Yeah, I did this thing. And you might be wondering, what is this thing? Actually, go ahead, ask it. Ask what the thing is.
What's the thing?
Fuck you.
Anyway.
You're gonna want
Ephron,
to check. You're gonna want to check this stream back. By the way, it's even funnier what I've just done. Ivy, please get the timestamp of this part of the stream. Thank you.
Dude, how could you're fucked up for that?
It's easy. Did you see it?
Yes.
It's so bad,
dude. How could Ephraim say that though? Like that's messed up. Anyways,
he's gonna take that seriously. I really hope he doesn't. If you're seeing this,
it's a joke, Ephraim.
He's joking.
It's
he's evil.
Yeah,
okay.
I like doing impressions of everybody. Like I have like a country accent for Lio, and you know all these other things. I do that for everybody. Yeah, calm down, little Jit. I see you raging.
Nice. Okay.
I mean, you can do whatever, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
well, it's 14, fine. And
But you never had to say
regress,
that.
But it went
No,
to something else.
you said anything lower, you wouldn't know. You did say that when you pointed it out before. I could stop watching, and I'm going to show the chat real quick, right? In the discussions that you had.
Dude, imagine it was so funny if when Fauci was fucking around, accidentally clicks on Merge Valley, starts playing it with Jag.
Oh, dude, that'd be so based. I would join in.
Yeah, we're like, dude, let me in, please. It's my game.
But you were okay with going lower.
Yeah.
And you're citing that you thought that
because I wasn't
they
under the
were...
impression it's gonna be sexual. I was okay with regressing because that helps me with what I did.
Then why would it make
before.
your dick hard? Why did you say it made you hard? Why did you say that it's hot?
Because I didn't want leaving me. I was worried that
There was a side effect.
DMs, Yan. Oh, what is it now, Ivy? If you've done it again, I'm gonna be so sad. What is this?
I actually have a very funny comment.
Okay, nice. You clipped it. Thank you,
Harder
Ivy.
than leaving me. I don't accept that. I don't accept that. You have answers for everything, but you don't even know this fucking person's name. You can't remember who the fucking person is that you didn't want you leaving you. You are still into the cub porn shit. Just admit it. Just admit that you
cub porn. Nope.
You just want to be the cub. You just want to be the cub now. Is that why your VR chat? Oh, sometimes you want to be the cub?
Sometimes I regress and go into a little space.
And you want to be the cub?
No.
No. You said it.
Not in a sexual sense. No.
No.
I did it with that person.
Yeah, what do you no, buddy.
This is just so many shift.
I do not want to be
This is such a, like actually touched. This is just awful.
You want to be the cub?
This
no,
is
no, no, no.
this
Nah,
this
yeah, you
interview
do.
is goes on for so long, by the way, because this is the clipped up VOD where it's just the interview. It's like one of those, what was it called? It's like one of those YouTube channels. It's like the crime documentary, or like the criminal like interview room things where it's the guy speaking over like, now we can see the interviewer using the crisp technique, right? And it's just like this guy's been just having conversations so long with Fauci, and now he's built up all these like little defenses now, and now he's getting pressed on it, and now he's just entirely folding. It's amazing.
As a younger age.
But you already did it though. You already did it though. You just want to do the age regression. You did it in sex.
I didn't seek it out though.
You said it. You said it was hot and turned you on. You said it was hot and it turned you on. Just say it.
No.
Oh, because you don't want to admit to it?
No. What do you mean no? What do you mean no? You did. You did. You did.
Seek that out. I don't look at cub porn to get off. I don't do any.
But
of that stuff
you just want to be the cub now. It's you know.
I go into a
He
little
was an
space.
opportunistic
You go into a little
cub.
space sometimes, and sometimes that happens sexually.
I feel like that's such like a. I don't like that because I don't know. I don't believe him. I don't believe him. I don't even believe him that like it's a whole regression thing because it's clearly, an age play thing. This guy keeps on using. He also uses. Well, yeah, he does. I mean, also the fact that if he truly had age regression, right, and it was truly like a trauma thing, he wouldn't be I don't think he would be interchanging the phrases age play and age regression. Because as Fauci sent me a thing from a study, there is just a like agreed upon thing of like the overlap between age regression and age play, and it is. I don't know if you saw
one's
this,
a kink and the other one
well,
is
no,
like,
I mean, I'll show you this, by the way. This is what he gave me. He sent me the study as well. Obviously, I looked at this and saw about, like, what the overlaps were when it came to Jagger. You know, age play is sexual or non-sexual, may choose to be younger or older, and it's voluntary. And age regression is always non-sexual. Regress to a younger age, may be connected with mental health symptoms, voluntary or involuntary. Obviously, the one here is in a sexual context. This is in a non-sexual context always. So, and obviously the overlaps only being difference in age, may have a caregiver, can be comforting, relaxing, fun, may enjoy coloring and Disney movies. I don't think he was watching Disney movies. See what I
We don't
mean?
know. We should ask.
We should ask. We should get Jagger on. I think you should do it again.
Yeah.
And sometimes you age regress to somewhere as young as 14.
I regress, yeah.
Yeah?
During a sexual situation.
Well, I didn't mean for it to go that way. But
Have you regressed in other sexual situations?
No.
So this is the
I didn't
only
mean for that.
You didn't mean
I didn't mean for it to go that way, and I shouldn't have continued it, and that is on me. But I wasn't seeking that out.
So you don't do any like daddy dom little boy kind of stuff. You know, you don't become a little in the sexual spaces. You talked about CNC; it's very common. Are you saying that you don't do little stuff when you're having sex with other people or when you're making content?
No.
No,
I do not do that.
So you don't ever do that.
I forgot that he does have a rape kink, as well. By the way,
That's
consensual
sweep.
non-consent. We?
Yeah, we.
The royal we?
Nope. The Wii that's just
so
referring
you wouldn't
to
have
you.
The Wii U.
Yeah, the Wii U.
weird video of you like a little bro,
The ambulance. Wii U, Wii U, Wii U, Wii U.
like, you know, poking some guy at a couch and then getting railed by him. Your OC getting railed by him while he's watching
What
television.
the fuck is he
That
saying?
wouldn't be like incest porn. That wouldn't be like kiddie incest porn kind of stuff.
What are you referring
I
to?
can't even play that on. I can't even play that on stream. You have an animation. You have an animation of another furry character on a couch. You poke at him. Feels very like family code. And then, oh, you're just getting railed and you're making noises. How much you love it. I don't know.
What?
It's kind of oddly specific, given your background.
I'm just gonna take
don't know what
Fauci's
you're
word
referring
for
to,
it.
honestly.
Also, you said that you were okay with going as low as 10. The 14 thing is just the higher number you went down. You were okay with going as far as 10.
I wasn't under the impression it was going to be sexual.
You did it
was
anyway.
sexual far,
It
it was
was
sexual far before you offered the age at that point.
Oh, I
as
hate
low as
him.
10, you said.
I didn't want it to go sexual, but it ended up.
It was
going that way,
already
and I
sexual.
regret
It was
that.
already sexual.
hands. Okay, I couldn't have said no.
Regression.
I wasn't wanting it to be sexual. I was egg regressing.
Oh, I see. So when you're saying it's hot and you're hard and you talk about the ages and then you're starting age regressing and you're talking about your ages and that it's a safe space.
What?
I think we're done here. I want to thank you so much for coming out. I'm sorry this probably didn't go as well as you probably think it did. I do appreciate you being honest. You did lie about a couple different things. I can't really control that. I wish you nothing but the best in your career. I don't, I hope you get the help you so desperately clearly need. You guys can do whatever you'd like to do. I do hope, again, just as a screenshot, just holding, okay, is 10 okay? Hope it's not too low. Your words, nobody else's. You're already talking about sexual stuff, and it's okay. They were a good boy. You were a good boy. Thank you so much. And,
God,
take care.
Fauci.
I disconnected him, because I don't care.
Nice. And that was the video, everyone. Nice thumbnail. Thanks, Himpy. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Fauci lost.
Fauci won. Okay, I'm gonna sweep. I think they
No,
found her under the
I'm-
same umbrella, but seems to use a broad term because it could cover dubcon and coercion. And Jagger
Dude.
loves coercion.
I think we're done here.
Like, who does Blood think he is, bro? Like, we need to stop Fauci in his tracks, okay? This is getting
He
out of
owns
hand.
you.
He does not own me, okay?
Okay.
He wishes he could, but
We
no.
have some last bits to go over. I don't know if I'm going to go into the stuff with Akumu's video. I'm not sure. I'll see how it goes, okay? It's already late for me, Jesus Christ, but I've got some energy, okay? Left in the tank. I'm going to close a lot of these because we don't need it. We're done with the Jagger section, okay? Jagger,
Runs, okay.
likes kids. Hi.
So wait, what's your next topic? I need to see if I can
The
sweep them.
amendments with the Chuli and Clanty stuff.
Oh, I don't like hearing my own voice.
Oh, well, I mean,
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna go over the stream section, and I didn't end up watching the whole thing. But I wanted to get these on because I remember I apparently missed this from my own coverage.
Oh, just that? Okay.
Yeah,
You weren't
yeah.
gonna go into Clown Teeth Call. I mean, you could,
How was it?
but I don't. It was civil, all things considered. Here's the thing with Clown, right?
Okay.
I don't really have like any issues with Clown, but it was pretty clear from the call that they're not made for this space. I know you've seen the video. You probably came to that conclusion within itself, but
Yeah.
there was a couple moments that I was being very, very cautious with my wording because they were starting to get shaky voice a few
Right.
times. And I think it's like a 30-minute call-in. I mean, you could watch it if you'd like. I think I asked some things. Chili is pretty civil through it too because she did stay on. She just like clarifies or corrects any record of things that happens, but she's pretty quiet through it and just lets me ask the questions. But yeah, it wasn't bad. To the credit I can give to Clown Teeth is she does give lore and does take accountability for things. It's just tedious that it was stuff that happened in the first place.
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could watch it. Whatever.
I'll see.
Do...
It's a 30-minute segment. I may. But I'm gonna read this first because I feel like you're probably gonna dip, knowing you, because you don't hear.
Well, I mean,
voice.
I don't like hearing my voice. I
That's
literally
fair.
am
I
leading
don't
that
either.
interview.
I don't either.
I literally. It's so.
I know. You're gonna be like, so true. I agree with this guy hosting this interview. It's awesome. Anyway.
Actually, if I could sweep for Clown Teeth for a second.
Yeah, nice. So, okay, to actually talk about what we're going to be talking about here. So Chuli made this post after Clown Teeth's video. We went over it, the video that they did relating to Clown Teeth did relating to Heaton and Faghost and also just the robot as well. It was mainly just talking about their experience within the SEC, and Chuli had to make this amendment. And they say, so Clown's video came out recently. For transparency, I had no involvement in it. I think the video is fine in a lot of ways, but there was a major fuck up that I need to correct real quick. In the video, she says that her and I had knowledge of Faghost/Liam having CSAM of his 17-year-old ex, that it made us wary of him as a friend. That didn't fucking happen. I was suspicious of Liam having done that because of how he was tweaking over Call Me Carson, getting raked over the coals for his situation. which included him getting CSAM of his 17-year-old ex. But it was never confirmed. I literally had zero idea why Clown said this. I'm high-key pissed right now because it sounds like we just knew Liam had CSAM and we're like, oh man, I guess it's a bit weird. Like, no, we literally had zero idea if that was the case and never got confirmation from Liam that he did. He always denied it. I might just make a YouTube short for tomorrow or something because just
Yeah, Jesus fucking
Christ.
Christ.
I forget acronyms sometimes. Okay, Merry Christmas. Okay, and what's this? Can I get it bigger?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Anyway, obviously it's relating to this. I'll read Chula. You read Clown.
Okay.
Wonder how Feg is doing. Junkie's video premiered today, and Feg was being super weird in the chat. Lamau.
Not great. He was having a panic attack the whole time because Sherman triggered him with the Gruner shit. I think he was already on edge because of the Call Me Carson shit. He was fully convinced he was a bad person.
I think the only way he'd be a bad person if Blank sent him nudes when she was a minor.
I don't know if she did. I didn't ask. He checked himself into a psychiatric place, so he'll be gone for a bit.
Oh, alright. I hope she didn't.
Yeah,
because that would be bad.
Really bad, dude. I had Chili read herself, and I just was like, yeah, good job.
And what's this?
I was like, good job, Chili.
Understandable. V being called what?
It's not actually V. It's an arrow. Chili had to correct that in the stream too. That's just a fucking arrow.
I was gonna say. I've just since he had that breakdown about being a groomer because I'm sus he got nudes from Blank when she was 17. Yeah, I still don't know about that, honestly. I just avoided it. I probably shouldn't have. Okay.
That's what I kept telling him in the call too. But his response, how am I supposed to respond when someone is saying I got CP? Like, god damn it!
I never said that. I said I was fucking sus and knew he had been sending nudes when she was 16. So like, bruh. Understandable. I've listened since he had that breakdown about being a groomer because I'm sus he got nudes from Blank when she was 17.
I told him you were sus. That was my dumbass mistake.
It's not like you would have known he would do this.
So like what's interesting about that is that's literally like, so that was actually kind of a narrative that was being spread by Heaton around this time as well, which is kind of interesting. So the whole point is Phagos was crashing out about like Call Me Carson being called out and was like, why does anyone even care that they have nudes of a 17-year-old? Who actually gives a shit? And was like actually spiraling.
Right.
And the most that they were actually like, Chili and Clown Teeth were detecting was possible levels of projection, but there was nothing where it was like that they had like enough to be like, oh yeah, this guy's receiving CP. There's nothing that they had to go off of that. It was as simply like, oh, that's kind of projection-y. That's weird.
Right.
But because of that, this was already like a narrative that was like skewed back in like, even you're seeing the dates right now, back in 2021, Heaton was spreading like that as a lie too, that they suspected this person of sending CP and did nothing, which you would think would have been clarified. Since it's 4 years after that.
Yeah.
Moment. But yeah, that's why that's kind of like why Chili was a little pissed. But
yeah, because obviously it implies that like they knew this guy had CSAM because this, it's like, oh, herdy her.
Yep.
And then what's the Clown post? Is it just them apologizing?
Yeah, it is.
Hey everyone, I just need to clear a few things up. I've cut out a small portion of my video. That's a huge mistake. I've severely misquoted myself regarding my recounting of the story at Fakos. I said originally that Julie and I were aware of Liam having news of the 17-year-old ex and was having a meltdown about it, which led to us being wary. This is incorrect. It was never confirmed, and we never got confirmation. Julie was suspicious, and we had no proof. Liam had denied it completely, but was just panicking due to the YouTuber Call Me Carson for being cancelled for the scenario Liam was projecting onto. I'm extremely sorry. I didn't mean to imply any sort of cover-up or that we knew things and didn't tell the truth. We had no idea of any illegal acts. My memory was foggy on details and I couldn't remember/misremember due to these other events I was researching during the scripting phase. I am so sorry. Well, my issue to
I
this
do.
would be, why didn't you just ask Chule?
Yeah, I do ask that, but also just to highlight here because Chile did tack it as well.
Okay.
There is a little bit of an issue with the sentence of we had no idea of any illegal acts,
Right.
considering that the whole point of Phagos was essaying to trans people, and essaying would obviously be a crime.
Yeah.
That could have been an unintentional piece of
I
misinformation.
think so.
But
I just think Clown just clearly doesn't understand how these spaces work, as you were saying. Like in terms of wording, you need to be very specific when you're making these kinds of amendments.
Yeah, I think they kind of made this community post impulsive after, obviously, Chile was upset about that, also made a post, because to be fair, Chile's post came before, as you're saying, Clown Teats, right? So I think they got a little impulsive. They wanted to correct the record because they just, fucked over their friend or whatever, right? And they didn't fully think about it before saying, typing it out, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
But I linked in the office if you're interested with the timestamp of the 30-minute call-in. But
Okay.
once you go through that, I'm gonna dip. Okay.
Okay. Let me pull up just real quick.
Okay. Have fun.
Okay. Thank
Talk
you,
to you
Ace.
later, Ian.
I'll talk to you later, okay? Thanks, buddy.
All right.
This space,
No worries,
everybody.
buddy.
Check him out,
Yeah.
okay? Just cool stuff.
Goons. All right. Thank you.
Maybe.
Bye-bye.
Let's say. Bye.
Teehee.
Tee.
Brr.
What a faggot. Yikes. Anyway. So we're gonna do this to wrap it off for tonight, okay? So we're gonna watch this and then we're gonna be done, okay? And then I'll see who else is live and I'll raid you in. Dick is maybe live. That guy's insane. He likes streaming late. We'll see. We'll see who's live, okay? Let's get into it.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing today, Clown?
I'm doing all right. I'm a little nervous, but I'm all right.
No, it's all good. I mean, I'm not gonna be evil or anything like that. I just finished the video just now, looked at some stuff, and yeah, like I thought, I would just have some questions. So
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, so regarding some of the Fago stuff, right?
Mhm.
What would be your reasoning for not getting involved around the time, I guess?
What do you mean specifically?
So when Julie dropped the videos, what was your specific reasoning for not dropping a video as well?
I deplatformed myself at the time. Because of stuff, I deplatformed myself around 2020. It was mainly because of all the stuff that happened regarding the DeviantArt ranting community being exposed, and there were some issues that I knew I needed to address, and I thought they were way worse than they actually were. So I made a video called "Taking Accountability," and I essentially just had no platform at that point. So I didn't really have a place to go, or I didn't really think at the time, which I understand in retrospect that was probably not smart of me. But I just basically just had no platform to put it at that time, since I didn't want to bring back the old channel, and I just didn't think that through.
So just to kind of be on the same page, when you said that you don't have a platform at that time, were you just not active on it, or was it not available on YouTube?
The channel is still up. I just logged off and I just left it. Because my Taking Accountability video was basically supposed to be a goodbye, and I basically just ditched the Icy Hazard persona behind. The channel is still up. With some of the video, but I deleted or just unlisted a lot of the videos. So when I mean deplatform, I basically just logged off that channel and just logged off the channel with that email and everything. I just left it behind. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Because obviously, I don't know if you've been watching, but I obviously do feel like it should have not fallen on Chile specifically for to be the one to call it out. I've been remaining with that opinion for a while. I obviously do think Ponder is the worst out of it, because it's they hired this person as an editor despite everything that went forward. But
yeah.
True.
So yeah, I guess you said that you didn't really have much of a public platform. When did you return to a public platform, I guess?
That's a good question. I would have to double check when the Clown Teeth channel was posted, because it was a couple years after. I would have to double check.
Wait, when they mean they logged out the accounts, does that mean they did they detached their emails from it? I'm confused. Confusing. Okay, confusing. In terms of shoot, I just dropped something. If they still had access to the YouTube channel to make posts. Again, Ponder had a much larger influence. Okay, Ponder was a lot more connected, in terms of keeping Liam, Faye Ghost attached to her own channel. Still doing editing and all that stuff for Ponder's channel despite the allegations. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's as simple as they signed out. Okay, interesting. I see. Fair enough, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I made the channel sometime after, but I didn't like start posting on it until like years after like this situation had been said and done. I think like the first video was like 3 years ago, and it was just like a random speed paint. I wasn't even like talking. Yeah, I started posting on like the Icy Hazard channel like June 23rd, 2022. So it was after like all the stuff with like Heaton and everything happened, and like obviously like my mental health was like in the shitter because of like all this stuff that happened with Heaton.
I get that. Okay, so just because this is obviously a little bit of an elephant in the room, just because I know you addressed it on your community post, but just to get this out of the way, what was your thought process when saying that? I guess just so I fully understand you.
Yeah, it was a complete flub in the scripting process, and I admit that. It was a lot for me to process, having to remember and just like look over like old screenshots and rewatching the videos. I was also like trying to research like the other things that were also happening with like Junkie and Ponder and all of that. So I think it was a genuine mistake. I was just mixing up like a. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I bumped into my table.
It happens.
I genuinely was just like mixing up my wording because I was researching like multiple subjects who had done like far worse at the time. I didn't intend at all for it to be worded like that. I just got like my brain was just like getting like things confused while I was like trying to remember this like really like hard like time in my life. It was even now like as I'm trying to like remember stuff, I'm kind of like I'm like sounding like really shaky and like really like nervous because it's just genuinely like really hard for me to just remember stuff in full detail because of just all that happened, because there's just so much that happened.
No, I mean, I get that. So I guess like the follow-up question naturally that would follow suit with that is if your memory's a little shaky with it, right? I guess personally, because obviously I personally wouldn't talk about something unless I was able to like 100% be able to factually, confirm it to be true. So I guess my question would be, why would you talk about it if you were still shaky on it, I suppose?
She logged off the old channel because her reputation at the time was in the gutter, so I don't think anyone would trust her if she continued the old channel. Wait, why was her reputation in the gutter for? Because I think there was a mention of Icy Hazard, like, drama. But I'm not sure what that was. I don't think there was specifics mentioned in the video. Unless I'm misremembering it. To be fair, I've gone off and done Christmas stuff between now and then, so yeah.
I had delayed the video for like 6 months at this point because of all the new stuff with like Heaton and all the stuff that was going on. So if I knew I didn't get it out now, then it was just going to take longer, and I just wasn't. I just wanted to try to get the video out to the best of my ability, despite this. And I thought when I was working on it, I thought I was in a better mindset. Obviously, like I'm really rusty when it comes to making like commentary videos like this.
Sorry,
so
guys.
it was mostly just out of a place of like I knew at the time when I was working on it, I thought I knew 100% what was going on. But obviously that wasn't the case. So that was 100% my fault. I should have like taken more of my time with it. It was just a bit of a struggle for me to really just like pinpoint a lot of the stuff that was going on, and I 100% acknowledge that that was a mistake.
Right. So
I should have.
The DeviantArt stuff, there was a drama they had with doodle tones and such. It was all weird. It gets talked about here. Okay, awesome.
Like I should have just taken more time with that.
To follow with that, right? Just for a public record, because I don't know if everyone would know this, but I'm just curious as well. Did you ever, because to be fair, right, some of the situations do obviously naturally involve Chili. Did you ever proofread this with Chili? Did you ever show any of this things that you were shaky about or anything like that before publishing, or no?
I did not. We due to like personal reasons, I couldn't. We have like a personal thing going on that I won't go into. I don't know if she's here listening to this, but I won't go into it. I had other friends who knew of the situation that I did proofread this to. Proofread the script too, though. In the meantime, so when they were reading the script or when I was going over stuff with them, they didn't notice anything. I know, like in retrospect, I probably should have, but because of like personal stuff that me and Julie were dealing with, we were just not speaking to each other at this moment. So I just kind of did what I could.
Interesting. Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about that, to be honest. I feel like, Clown is admitting they probably should have spoken to Julie anyway, or should have asked the question. I feel like, I don't know. I still feel like that would have been important to clarify in a topic like this, given the what has happened because they didn't have the communication. But again, if that's a boundary they didn't want to overstep, I can also understand that perspective. Yeah, I know a decent amount because I actually used to be a fan of her old channel back in the DA Ranter games days. I know what you are, Mr. Crow. I know what you are.
Because of the circumstances that I had.
Was it ever possible to potentially delay the project to maybe get to Chile at a later time, or was that not a possibility?
Not. I mean, it definitely could have. it was just because of like holiday trips and stuff. I didn't and because of like my personal life, because I work full time. So I was mostly just in the mindset of like I want to try to get this video out and get my thoughts out as in a reasonable time, so I can just go into the Christmas holiday without having to worry about this stuff, and then just leave it at that. In retrospect, yeah, I could have just probably reached out to Truly. So I understand if that makes the video like less credible, if that's the case.
Well,
again, I don't think that's a fair excuse. I can understand the mindset, I guess, but like again, it's a video without a time limit, right? I mean, keep in mind, right? This it had been discussed. Keep in mind, these are all old situations, right? There's not particularly a time limit on it. I can understand the mindset of what Clown was thinking about. I know that they are talking about it here. When it comes to like, you know, they should have spoken to Chule, right? But yeah, I have mixed thoughts because that stuff happened a month before the video dropped. Right, exactly. But I believe that this is like a thing that like I believe Clown mentioned that like this whole like experiences with the DeviantArt Ranter community. I think they said it was like a thing that like Ponder suggested to them originally. Or one of those people. So it was definitely a thought on the back of I'm not. What are Clown's pronouns? Is it she, her, or is it they, them, or what is it? Is it he, he? What is it? If someone can tell me, so I'm not misgendering. I tried checking the bio, but I don't think I could see anything in there. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, and what do you mean? Know what I am? I know what you are, buddy. I know what you did.
I mean, obviously, naturally, the issue that you're going to have is if you have shaky memory with things, and not just that, like, you know, if there's just a couple other details that you're not 100% sure, then yeah, obviously, right, it does like involve like your credibility a bit. So when people see that you messed up a situation, like, you know, you messed up a turn of events and most of your stuff is recounting through your own testimony, and then now we're also seeing that like a part was obviously like, you know, a mistake or like a misremember, it does kind of put the video's like credibility into question, I would say, when you do that. So that would obviously be like a natural issue that follows suit with that. Which is why I would personally say, for sure, like, you got to make sure that you're 100% ironed out. I understand that you had holiday trips and personal stuff, and I get that. Like, I understand, like, you know, scheduling is a bitch. I understand that. But I'm sure you would much rather a video that's flawless rather than, like, having to deal with some of the backlash that you've had recently, right?
I know, like, there was a video by Opt Block, but I haven't been on Twitter, and I haven't seen it, so I wasn't aware of that.
Bowdy strikes
well,
again.
I mean, naturally, it was because of like the wording of like the CP thing. There was obviously some people that came to the conclusion, sure, they're not intelligent people, sure, but there were some people that came to the conclusion that you were sweeping for someone having CP, and that obviously I don't think is the case. But due to the wording,
obviously, it's much more of like an issue, right? Once you're making a claim of, of truly knowing as well, because you're making that statement for them, right? You have to be very careful with that. That's why you've got to like make sure that where you can speak to those people. This is why I like to reach out to people specifically for video topics. I don't necessarily do that for streams. I'm not like most of the streamers, I guess, like when it comes to like, you know, dragging people on to talk about a topic with them. I've been thinking about doing that. You know, it's definitely something that would be new to me. I'm considering trying to do that in the future. We'll definitely have to see what happens. Will definitely be an interesting thing to do, you know. But anyway, moving on.
That is a perception that was spawned from that.
Yeah, and that was a mess up on my part. I didn't intend to word it that way at all, and I apologize for that.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that, like, you took accountability for that. Obviously, it's good that you're, you know, being receptive to this. I guess to kind of like explain, because I don't really fully know with the whole icy hazard stuff, because I know you said you're the same person. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, do you need my lore?
Sure. Yeah. I was going to ask, you know, just for a little bit of background on that, because I know you talked about it a little bit with Jar, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I figured, because I think in Yen's stream they said that they were kind of confused on like what my backstory was, because because I intended
the Yen mention, the Yen mention, crazy.
Like, I assumed that most people would like know who I was at that point, but that's all fair.
Right.
But yeah, so basically,
yeah, the issue is, right, that you're gonna have is I understand, right, you need to have like a preconceived notion of like, or preconceived like knowledge when it comes to these sort of things. I guess if like you're following a channel, right, or you're a fan of Clown Thief and thus in turn Icy Hazard, right, you would have an understanding of the history. An issue that we have with a lot of this old like SEC ranter law is a lot of the stuff is gone. Again, I bring up V Omega a lot as a point, right? So that's a more extreme example, to be fair, right? I'm not comparing Clown to V Omega. God, I'm tired, okay? It's 5 a.m. on the dot. But anyway, you get my point, right? Not all the information is going to be readily available. A lot of the videos are gone, as Clown had said. They were unlisted, and that's fair, right? If you want to move away from that kind of content. But in terms of like people, you can't be then surprised if people don't know about the content or the context. I mean, a more recent example, I guess, could be like people discovering Lio lore for the first time. That's been happening recently. But yeah.
I joined the DeviantArt ranting community when I was 16. The channel I had was basically just like a recolored like speed paint channel that I renamed to Icy Hazard. And once I started making videos of that nature, I basically
it's pretty much in new age of commentary we're in right now. Clown Thief was one of the older CC people in the community, so there is a huge disconnect with the old versus new gen. Yeah. Yennefer live streaming on New Year's Eve? No? Well, I mean, technically. Oh yeah, it's like what? It's Looney, isn't it like 1 o'clock in the afternoon for you or something silly like that? I swear, right? If you know, you know. Yeah, buddy?
Hopped on bandwagons against people who were being harassed in the Sonic community. And the easiest way I can explain it is that there were users like Sonic93 and Amy Chan. If chat knows those names, you get a veterans discount. Basically, they were like 20-something-year-old people who were going after an artist on DeviantArt named Kai Dahlia for basically just making a Sonic fan character that she was shipping with both Sonic and Shadow. And she looked kind of like Amy Rose, supposedly, because she used like a different shade of pink compared to Amy Rose. And it was a huge thing back in the day for a lot of teenagers like me, who lived in like dysfunctional households and stuff, and we all just basically made videos regurgitating what these videos made. And mind you, it was like 4 hours worth of videos made on this one artist.
Yeah.
And so that's how I started. And then when I was 17, around like right as I had turned like 17, I was shaky on the dates, but like when I was like 16 going on 17, I met a group of individuals that were part of the ranting community. The Jar coins them the Heather Pack, so that's just what I'm going to refer to them as because I think that's what they've been publicly known as since the story got outed. But basically they were just a bunch of like a group of like women and girls who would just go after everybody under the sun, whether it was just making like Sonic OCs with big boobs or in some cases literally like autistic children who didn't know any better and they were just harassing them on the daily, which is how Jar got into the picture. Literally the only thing that I know about Jar in my like involvement together was that when he used to go by CEO author, I was involved with the group that did harass him, and I won't like deny they did harass him. That's what happened. My involvement though was like pretty much like close to none. I had one bad argument against him. Again, I was 17.
Yeah.
I was just meant to be stupid.
Yeah.
And then I told him to take a video down because I was being told by who I thought was one of my friends at the time that their private information was being leaked in his video. So I basically just told him to take it down.
Right.
And that's literally all I know that I did to him specifically. By the time like there was like a certain event that the group or like the Heather Pack was specifically going after like one of their friends who went by the name Broken Muse, and that's the stress of that situation is what made me dip entirely and then had me like find my new friend group after that. And that's quite literally it. And then if you saw like in my video, I mentioned how Jar and I had like one like short interaction in 2018 that was like at the very least neutral with one another.
Yeah.
And then in 2019, so I was probably by 2019 I was like 21 at this point. And then I made a video about Sonic 93 because 2019 was basically the year of Sonic 93's downfall because she was literally harassing children.
Yeah.
Again, long ass fucking story. We don't have enough time for that. But so I made a video on Sonic 93. It was a collab with Fago, so I took it down for obvious reasons. I've been trying to find it though because I wanted to rewatch it to see if like some of the points still stood. But yeah, if you saw my video, Jar liked my video, mentions it, and says that he's chill with me. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And then the rest is history. He makes this video about his experience in 2021, and he was acting like I had never changed at all.
Yeah, Jar does have that tendency, to be fair. I mean, this guy would like pretend to be like, I don't know. It's a weird thing, right? He will buddy up to seemingly anyone, right? Whoever seems to be like popular or seems to be like the popular one, I guess, around or good to get behind. I mean, he did it to Lio to an extent, right? And then after the whole Cine stuff, like he was buddy upping with everyone, right? I mean, there was the whole thing with Cine, right, where he was just defending Cine, and it definitely seemed that like it was a case of everyone had basically cut off Jar, and he was using. Sorry. Oh. And he was using that as like a new contact in a way. That was an aspect of it, at least. And then after that, it was just everyone, right? He would go talk to Himpleton. He would talk to anyone, right? He talked to Ace. He talked to me. He, trying to gain like some semblance of I guess like he would talk to anyone. Is the best way to say it, I guess, or like want to be good with them. It's interesting. I don't know. The guy's got like a lot of problems, obviously with his coverage and obviously him as a person in terms of like how aware he is. I don't know what I'm saying right now. I'm so tired. We're gonna finish this though. I'm definitely not gonna. I think next stream I'm gonna cover the Akumu stuff. God. By the way, guys, 5 days. Okay, 5 days from my birthday. Okay. I don't even know if I'm gonna stream on it, but yeah.
Since my drama in 2017,
Yeah.
which I can go into into detail with that if you would like as well.
Well, there was a point that he like mentioned in one of the clips that you showed, and I didn't know really much of the context of it. I know the Elizabeth person or whatever that like I think he defended, but like I think he made a point that he was making a video on a kid. I guess like to try to explain that, like the 14-year-old I think he was like beefing with, right?
Yeah.
I guess like can you explain I guess like the difference with like the Jinx and the Elizabeth thing, I guess, because I'm not too 100% familiar with that.
So basically, Jinx drowned and Princess Elizabeth, they had...
Just have a Red Bull. I've drunk like 2 Monster Energies for this entire stream. It's 5 a.m. for me, okay? Leave me alone.
A feud. That's like the easiest way I could explain it. Like, Princess Elizabeth was public enemy. Jinx was the one who was calling out Princess Elizabeth, so Jinx was considered like the good guy in the conflict. So a lot of people in the Ranting community, specifically like the group of people that harassed him, were siding with Jinx. So Jar's whole part in that debacle was essentially being like, hey, because Jinx, was like calling out Princess Elizabeth. Mind you, they were both 14 years old at this time. Right. Jinx was obsessively making journals about Elizabeth, from what I can recall and what's been like gathered from like Lakamokalaka's video and from what I remember specifically. So Jinx would just not shut the fuck up about Elizabeth, but because Jinx was on the good side with the ranters, they were being praised for it while Elizabeth was being shat on, and nobody was defending Elizabeth. So that's when Jar, as CEO author, stepped in and was like, hey, leave Elizabeth alone, which is what made him a target. So that was the difference, because he was basically just like calling out Jinx for being as annoying, if not worse, than Princess Elizabeth, and that made him a target. So that's the difference.
Do you think that made him fairly a target or unfairly a target in your opinion?
It's unfairly. I mean, as much as I don't like how he's talked about me, I can 100% agree that he had every right to defend Elizabeth, because what the people were doing to her was absolutely ridiculous. Like, there were teens and grown adults alike who were like provoking her, like purposefully like trying to get her mad in like live streams and stuff, and trying to basically purposely get her mad so she would pop off and like, and it would be put in like a cringe compilation in instances. So yeah, so 100% like he had every right to defend Elizabeth for what had happened. Like, he was in the right for that. Okay. So I firmly believe that he had every right to talk about his story. I just don't like how he talked about me, because he's acting like I did worse than I did when I didn't really do that much in comparison to the others.
I see. Okay.
Right. So from gathering, like, Jar lumped Clown into like this group of people that would like harass people. Clown made a comment about Jar with misinformation given to them by someone they thought they could trust, saying that there was like private information in one of Jar's videos, and I'm guessing from the way this conversation's sounding, that wasn't true, and Clown was going under false pretenses. Was going and having, telling Jar whatever the fuck, right, under false information. Yeah. Clown was a dumb 17-year-old or whatever. Yeah, basically.
Also, just kind of like include a little bit of this part. So obviously, if I understand correctly, you didn't go at Heaton because you were asked not to, right? During the whole Fega stuff.
Yeah, Truly asked me not to because she needed a break from all the stuff.
I made one snarky comment. Yeah,
what's going on? So I just kept to myself.
That is true.
Yes. So I guess like my question would be, because I know you do mention that you didn't like that people were sweeping for Faghost or like defending Faghost around this time. Was there any particular reason you didn't correct the narrative in that front around that time? I understand. I think a year later you helped Chuli with their video, but I guess just try to understand with this time, like why you didn't.
I think it was because I was still under the mindset of like I didn't want to hurt Chuli, or I didn't want to like cause any more trouble for her. I didn't know if me speaking up would cause like it would be similar to like why I didn't speak up about Heaton. I didn't want to like say anything without her knowing, or if she was okay with it, because I just didn't want to cause any further hurt to her or to myself, because I was honestly like worried if I started like clapping back, it would cause my mental health to get worse.
I guess a point against that, I guess, in a way. Again, I don't know. It's a weird thing, right? Because you'll start drawing a line of like expectations, right? But also in this instance, Chuli was a minor. There was adults around them that could have helped. I guess we can't rewrite the clock now. Again, Ponder clearly had a much bigger responsibility, or had like a level of duty to address like the accusations or whatever from their side, considering they were keeping this, keeping Faye Ghost around, right? I guess a point to Clown would be probably, if I was to think, would be, did they ask Chule? Do they want the help in terms of coverage? But again, I don't know. Maybe that's too far. Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it? I'm not sure.
As well.
I'm tired.
I see.
Would also add that I mean that's pretty much accurate. I would have been upset if she started fighting with people while I was trying to be an adult outside of the internet and be like, what the fuck is going on outside? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, so I guess like my understanding was more of like honoring a girl code, right?
Yeah. There was always a want to speak up, but it was never much like it's something like I actively have a plan to do right now. It was just like, it would be nice to be able to. And that's why when Ponder was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make a video and like, you guys can
yeah,
help out.
that's
when I was
true.
just like,
I forgot that aspect. Yeah, because Ponder did say they were going to do a video, which would have give Chule the opportunity. So I can, okay, yeah, with that context in mind, I can understand that, along with the thing that like Chule wanted to be an adult, Chule had other stuff outside of the internet they had to deal with at the time. I can understand why. A little bit more clearly now, in terms of why they didn't end up going the clown route and decided was basically kind of like extended an olive branch from Ponder, but that never went through. I think again an interesting comparison would be how Doodle Tones had offered people like Joni Rue. They would say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a video talking about V Omega. Would you like to hop on it?" Or was that Ponder? Was it Ponder or Doodle Tones that offered that? I actually can't remember. Either way, same point.
Yeah, okay, finally, we get to talk behind like someone who won't get just fucking laughed at.
I feel like that speculation is a little bit too personal because Clown Thief mentioned that they had some sort of private or personal boundary. Again, it's most likely personal aspect. We won't know. Yeah, that's fair. To be fair, I'm speaking out loud. I'm thinking out loud here. I'm quite tired. To be fair, that was kind of a pointless speculation on my part. I do think I don't know. I guess from where I'm sitting with this, I understand that Clown and Chule have made up in some ways. I mean how they're talking together right here. So yeah. I mean how do I word this? I don't know. I don't know. It might be a bit of my resentment building when it comes to Ponder, I think mainly. When it came to them not helping Chule out when they were clearly going through this horrible time when Heaton was throwing allegations at them. And there were obviously other adults, and obviously the immediate mind would be like, okay, why aren't other people helping? But with this additional context in mind, I think I can understand it a bit better. But yeah. God, I really should have ended stream instead of covering this. But yeah, we'll keep it going. Okay, we're almost done. We can get through. My brain isn't entirely gone just yet. And I want to thank everyone who's been, sticking through this entire stream, okay? I know it's been a bit of a long one, okay? Despite the technical difficulties, we soldier on.
Right. I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
I guess another question I would have, it would obviously just be tapping on Ponder a little bit. So I know there's always this question in people's minds with because everyone was I think mind blown about the DMs they have with Spocker. Were you aware of even a friendship, or were they ever more defensive of Spocker behind the scenes to your knowledge? Anything to indicate that?
Not that I know of. The only thing I know is that Spocker rejoined the server, and I had no idea the context behind the scenes whatsoever. I never witnessed personally be defending Spocker. Not that I remember or know of, honestly. It was he was just there and then he wasn't. He was barely active, and I had just no idea if there was anything going on between those two or not. So
yeah, I would add that just in case anyone doesn't remember, she was not in the call where Ponder talked about everything that had happened.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I'm
pretty sure she was at school.
Yeah. Because I was in college. I graduated college in 2020, so that would have been I was either at school or I was at work, and Fagos didn't tell me shit either. I double checked that, but Fagos hid it from me, so I had no clue of any of this until it was exposed. So
yeah, I didn't say anything because Ponder basically said like, drop it, and I was like, okay.
Of course, Ponder did.
I fucking hate her, dude. Oh my god.
I mean, fair enough. Because I think the only thing that you mentioned with your stuff was like going against the obviously false allegations of Spocker back in like what 2018. Honestly.
Yeah, that was yeah. I rewatching the video. I don't know if I explained that well, so I can give a bit more context if you want.
Sure.
So what happened was, there was like some rumors going around, and there was a weird vibe going around specifically with Penegrin, right? So I got somebody contacted me. They go by the name of Satan. That was their handle.
Yeah.
I know, it's very funny. They contacted me and basically were like telling me that Penegrin was just doing like some really weird like vague posting stuff, and even posted like an ARG like type video about like something coming. And I'm not kidding. It was like a full blown like ARG. I'm talking like Morse code, a computer voice, glitchy visuals. It was like the whole 9 yards. It was fucking cringy as shit. So Satan got in contact with me and told me everything that was going on, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Because I didn't know. It's like I didn't know what was going on. And then obviously, like we dug through the ARG and we're like digging through like Penegrin's post and realized that it had something to do with Spockter. And I think it was specifically the journal about the contest that was referenced in the 2018 thing. So we were like, okay, this is insane. Like, there's like no evidence to prove this stuff. Like, something isn't adding up here. So I was already on the side of like, this seems suspicious. So when when the videos came out, well, firstly, I thought this was going to be about like some drama shit, like that was like par for the course around that time. But then when it came out that there were accusations of him being like a sexual predator, I was like, holy fuck, what is going on? But then when B jumped in and was like, hey, this shit's not making any sense, I'm going to look into it. That's when I offered to live stream the stuff that we had found at the time on my channel and just went over it. And that's what led to the whole like shit with like my IRL friends like berating me over text messages because they thought I was like covering for a sexual predator and all this stuff when the allegations were at the time I thought were false.
Well, those allegations at the time I think were false, to be fair.
Yeah, they were 100% false. Like there was no mention of like the real victim like at all. So technically, yes, we were correct. It was just, but there was also the fact that Ponder was a fucking idiot and didn't actually look into the real thing that happened. Penegrin and Stories didn't either. So
yeah.
So
I guess like another.
This stream had so much lore drops. Even Chuli on, even with Chuli on for the reaction to the video, I had no regrets for having them on. Fair. Yen, do you not sleep? I just made myself a snack, finished laundry, finished a Lego set, and had an hour-long convo with my sister. Sleep. Christ. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna send you something in DMs, teehee. Okay. What are you sending me, buddy? What are you sending me? I'm scared. Okay, I'll keep it playing.
Another thing, just for context sake, for definitely the viewers in chat. So with Ponder, how did you actually ever have like a run-in with Ponder? Like, how did you guys go from like they covered your drama to friends? I guess.
So it was because of Truly, funny enough. So what happened was like she made her videos on me. I apologized in the comment section of that video. People were getting on my ass for it, saying that I hit an all new low for apologizing. I wish I was joking. So I did all that, and then it wasn't like right away. I think because I was still kind of shaken up by like all that had happened. I was kind of keeping distance, but I think I messaged Ponder on like DeviantArt. Like I just private messaged her on DeviantArt about advice on how to make comics or something, and it was pretty neutral. It wasn't until like Truly like contacted me and we like started talking that she asked to be or asked if I wanted to be a part of like Ponder's like a Discord server, and that's how we became friends.
So you more became friends with Ponder via Fiendish Cavern, or was this a different server?
It was Fiendish Cavern.
Do you want me to show this? By the way, Ace. Wait, hold on. Fiendish Cavern. Hold on.
She asked to be or asked if I wanted to be a part of like Ponder's like a Discord server, and that's how we became friends.
So you more became friends with Ponder via Fiendish Cavern, or was this a different server?
It was Fiendish Cavern.
Yeah, I was in Fiendish Cavern.
Let's see. Fiendish Cavern. Yeah. Yeah. Evil.
When I had reached out to her, Clown.
Yes, show. Okay. So, Asa sent me this. This is a DM from... Wait, is this a DM? I think this is from a GC. I think. I can't tell. Let me open this link. So this is Ponder in 2024. To note for later, I guess it's worth pointing out that I am hesitant to make call-out videos on people on the chance that it's wrong. So obviously, I was never going to call Faye Ghost out, and equally, I'm torn because Faye Ghost admitting to lying, so, like, why wouldn't I call them out then? Sorry, valid. Wait, what? Why wouldn't I call them out then? Wait, are they referring to saying that like they would have only called the only reason why they even talked about them was because Vagos was then caught for lying? But again, you could have asked. Oof, you could have pressed that. That was an awful voice crack. You could have pressed that yourself. It is a GC and Ponder saying something awesome. Gotcha. Dude, this is awful. So they never had the intention, ever, of making a Phagos video. This is actually disgusting. By the way. This is actually disgusting. Because this would imply that they were just holding out a false hope to Chule. Like, again, wait. When did we learn that Phagos was lying? By the way, they said that the lie should have been a reason to call them out, but they never were going to do it. Wait, what? Let me reread. Sorry. To note for later, I guess it's worth pointing out that I'm hesitant to make call-out videos on people on the chance that it's wrong. So obviously, I was never going to call Phagos out, and equally, I'm torn because Phagos admitted to lying. So it's like, why wouldn't I call them out then? Lol. So the lie should have been a reason to call. Oh, I see. Oh, equally torn. So they would have wanted to call them out, but they lie. Sorry, they wouldn't have wanted to make a call out in case they got it wrong, but also they lied, so why shouldn't they call them out? That sounds like cope. They clearly didn't want to call them out. What do you mean get it wrong? Like, Ponder's content has been talking about people anyway. This feels like such a cop-out. Like, this is 2024, so this is before, stuff like the whole, Sashley stuff got called out again. The stuff with, what was it? What was stuff got called out? I'm trying to remember. There was other coverage, I believe, but yeah. I heard that yawn, Yan. No, you didn't.
And after my video came out, I basically asked her, like, hey, do you want to, like, be friends on Discord? And she was like, oh, sure. And then, like, at a certain point, I was hanging out with Ponder and Fiendish Cabin.
Phagos was too old to call out. Jesus.
And I probably, because this happened a lot, it got to the point where I was like, oh my god, there's fucking Clown Teeth. Let's add her in. Can we add her? Like, do you want to add her? And Ponder would be like, yeah.
Okay. Because, like, yeah, I mean, obviously... Okay, so then I guess, would Fiendish Cavern also be the same place that you guys met Phagos, or how did that happen?
We already knew each other.
Yeah, we already knew each other. It wasn't through Fiendish Cavern.
I see.
I met Phagos through Fiendish Cavern.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Wait, so Chuli met Phagos through Fiendish. Okay. Good to know, actually. I'll have to note that at some point. Certain evil things behind the scenes, okay. Where's my notes? Okay.
Trying to think if I had any other questions at the top of my head.
I'm not running.
I don't mean to, like, answer for her.
No, I mean, it's fine. Like, you obviously, like, have some context, too, obviously. That's why I reached out to both of you. Trying to think. Yeah, no worries. So you said that you were already friends with Phagos before Fiendish Cavern Clown, or?
Yeah, we met in 2018, like I said in the video.
Right.
It was, and the friendship was just gradual from there. I met them because of Junkie and Spoctor, because they already had like a friend circle at the time. It was Junkie, Spoctor, Indiangelo. I don't know if there were like other people, but I remember those three specifically, and they already had their own circle, and I just got invited into it. So that's how we met.
Fair enough. Is there any questions you had, Chuli, at the top of your head, or no?
I know.
Okay, fair enough. Is there anything you would like to say before I end off this conversation, Clown?
Just that I'm genuinely sorry for the...
See, this is evil, right? Because I know for a fact that this notification is Ace getting more Nabi art.
Mishap, or like my misspeak in the video. I didn't intend to cause any harm, and I apologize if it like caused any confusion, or if it like affects anybody's viewpoint on my role in the situation. I've already apologized to Chuli like numerous times for my inaction, and I hope that I did enough to make up for all that I did. I know I messed up in a lot of aspects when it comes to this, so
I'm not sweating it. I already like nipped the misinformation in the bud. I showed, like, I think the only people who genuinely think at this point that like we knew Fagos had like CP and we're just like fine with. I genuinely think that they would drown in a foot of water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, figures as much.
Okay. So I think like one thing I would definitely like suggest, because I know you were like putting it up into interpretation. If you were to talk about Ponder, I would recommend a video format, because I think that would be very interesting to dive into that kind of aspect. And I think a video would definitely be the best way to execute that.
Yeah, I need to. If people are interested, yeah, I would. I do definitely want to talk about my my drama again and kind of recontextualize it. But it just, I just, it's not going to be anytime soon because this situation or just making this video alone took a lot out of me. So I just need to be in a better headspace to make these types of videos clearly. So
Yeah.
it will happen. It just won't be for a long while because I'm definitely rusty and I'm just I'm just nervous and anxious like all the time when it comes to talking about this stuff. And
Well, I'd rather the video be airtight. So yeah, take your time.
Yeah, it'll definitely happen. I don't know if I'll do like a stream preview of it. I thought about doing a stream, but if a video is better, then I'll definitely consider it.
Yeah, I'll definitely be able to execute like the points way better, I feel.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that would be it. I genuinely really appreciate. I know we don't talk much, so I appreciate you accepting this and giving me your time. It's yeah. So yeah, if I need you again, I'll just reach out to you. All right.
Okay, no problem. Thank you for reacting to my video. I hope it wasn't too cringy.
It was something, but.
Yes, nice one, buddy.
All right. Well,
Yes.
you have a good day, clown. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Talk to you later.
Goodbye.
All right.
Was that?
What do you mean? Who was that? The fuck?
Nice one, Chile. Nice.
Who was that? Your best friend? Like the fuck? Okay.
Person I've been friends with for like fucking 8 years.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I kind of went like as I figured it would. I didn't think that they were gonna like be evil. So yeah. Okay.
So Ace wept for the art girly Cabal. Okay, this is nothing new. But no, seriously, I think that was a fine interview. I think Clown addressed what they needed to address. She decided, she talked about the important points that needed addressing, which was like pertinent to the video. They gave a lot more context with things. I think they've definitely explained it a lot better. Here, I think that's good. Definitely a case of just like they need to. It's definitely a I don't know who is proof checking her content, and it's just not a diss on them, by the way. I'm not sure if they have like actually no, I tell a lie. To be fair, they do have some like old context law, but again, I think they need to definitely be a bit more careful with the way they word themselves. But yeah, overall, good interview. Okay, very interesting. Good to get some updates on this. Okay, I didn't really think about getting any more updates for this. I don't sweep for the art girlies. Most of them are evil. You used to. Okay, the legend was wrong. If you're looking for the Discord, for some reason I got my thingy wrong. I'll put the Discord in. I don't have bots on this server, by the way. On this channel. So sorry that doesn't work. Sorry, Cosmo Dart, Bard, blah blah blah. Pop that in. There we go. Anyway, that's an interesting URL link. That's really funny. But yeah, I'm gonna see who's live. Okay. First of all, before I do anything else, right, whilst I'm doing this, I want to thank you all for coming to the stream, by the way. I know we had some issues, okay? It's been a bit of a long one, okay? I want to thank Lio for the raid. I want to thank everyone who's donated. If you're new to the channel, okay, please like and subscribe. I've got video projects in the works, okay? They're going to be taking a bit longer because it requires a few things I need to wait on. So that's a case of things, right? Two of them are both topics are really long. I may have something to tide people over with, okay? I am thinking about. I did a silly little recording with my partner last night, where we were just chatting about general stuff whilst I attempted to draw with MS Paint. So I think I may do something with that. We'll see. It'll be kind of funny to do, I think. Kind of like a podcast kind of style, it turned out to be. It was quite funny. But yeah. Who is alive? Oh, K-Huck, I guess. Fine. Okay. But anyway, I'm gonna end the stream now. Take care, everyone, okay? Say hi to K-Huck from me. Like, subscribe, do all the fun things, okay? Bye-bye.